Tired, man.
Man, me too, man. I had to take a little nap. You probably didn't get a chance for a little nap, did you?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah.
Came home, made dinner, had to make sure my son did his homework.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah, that ain't easy, man.
it's all good.
Hats off to you though, man. I know it's beauty too. I know it's love to it, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I love it, man. Wouldn't change it.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Oh, right?
Mhm.
Man, pardon us too, man. I say we took a quick nap beforehand. And I'm still like, I want to go right back. Huh?
Uh,
I think so. I'm gonna look at the camera. Yeah, it's right. It's good. Thank you.
Mhm.
Zoe, peace. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
what up, Zoe? What up, Malcolm?
Oh shit, Malcolm. What's up, brother? You didn't see
What's
Malcolm?
going on? What's going on? What's going
My
on,
eyes
people?
are not tracking well in these glasses. I know that. Well, how you doing, man?
Good, good. How y'all doing? How everybody doing?
Lovely, man. Lovely.
Good, good.
Yeah, so everybody seen it?
Oh yeah. Oh, you ain't seen this though?
We're not gonna spoil it for you. Hold on, quick. Yo. Yep.
Gonna spoil it for me, man.
Okay. Well, look, I'm gonna put you on speaker so they can just hear you whenever you talk through here. That'll give you a speaker right there, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, man. So
Hey, Malcolm, we
seen
ain't hooping
those.
tonight, bro.
Huh?
I told Malcolm we ain't hooping tonight.
Thanks for letting me know, She. I appreciate that.
I'm here for you, fam. I'm here for you. Next week, though. We back next week.
All right.
Word.
Man, my back.
Joe, what up, B?
Who do? Party people, what's going on?
Yo, that's so dope that your voice comes through like this on here. Yo, it's good to hear your voice again, man. Been a couple.
Oh man,
Yeah, it sounds natural, man.
glad to be here. Yeah, man.
Well, shit, man. It's been a while. You want to do the natural intro you used to do for us back in the day, man? It'd be beautiful to have you do the intro, and then we're gonna let talk to Cook, and they're gonna do their intro out before they get out of here too, so they can package this up as an episode for their own show afterwards. So it's gonna be a beautiful little experience here.
I got you, man. It's, you know what it is. It's the GRYSKLL crew at it once again. Like they would say, hip hop for no daggone reason. We're here tonight to talk about Wakanda Forever, celebrate Black cinema, and also celebrate just Black men getting together and being supported by our Black queens, and we out here trying to be a great example. And I'm just glad to be here, glad to be a part of it. GRYSKLL.
GRYSKLL.
Man, I honestly thought you were about to say celebrate She. The disappointment.
Oh man, okay. See, yeah, like I've been hearing lots of things. And peace. What's up, Cookbook?
We don't got your audio, Cook.
He said he's working on. He's getting set up.
Okay.
Can you hear me right now?
Like that, though,
Yeah, we got you now. Cook came in and joined all the fit. I'm about to go put a jacket on, man.
Hey, you ought to come in looking fly, yo. This is GRYSKLL, man. I can't be slipping
He
up
came in and joined all slicked out.
My man even
man, I
got
feel
his
like I'm
wife. I should go
underdressed
get
now.
my wife, man. What's up?
Yeah, my wife.
Please do.
Hey, she's welcome, man. It's a family thing, brother. It's a
Oh,
family
she
show.
ain't coming in. She's like, nah, y'all can have that.
Hey, man, if I had little ones, they'd be here too. The dog would probably show up in a minute.
Oh man, that's what's up. Yeah. Last time I remember having a Felipe's garage stream and one to dial. Man, it was probably like 2-3 a.m. his time, and his little man was crawling all over him. I was like,
First off, you don't have to bring that up, yo. Like,
what kind of father is this, man? This kid is up at 3 a.m.
Pointing out the flaws of my parenting techniques is not what we're here for right now. Yo.
He said,
That is not the purpose.
that's right. He said, whatever age he is how late he can stay up. It's like 3 years old, 3 a.m. Good. He's good.
The funny thing is that mug went to bed at like midnight this morning, like 12:15. But he didn't have school today. So I was like, word, I'm gonna let him stay up so that he sleeps late.
No doubt.
I woke up at like 7:45, yo, like, yo, what we doing? I'm like, I'm working.
Works.
I don't know.
Yeah, it never
what you
works.
doing
It
today?
never works. I be trying to wear my kids out, like let them run and get wild, and it don't even matter, man. They up and at them.
That mug. It came doesn't usually get up like tomorrow morning when he has to get up for school. He's like, I'm tired. I can't do it.
Oh yeah, but let it be a weekend.
Mhm.
All of a sudden they're not tired no more. You want to sleep in and they don't.
Exactly.
What's up, X?
Expo Heath, what's up, brother?
What's up?
What's
How you
happening?
doing, man?
How y'all?
Good to have you on here, brother. Good to have
Yo,
on
yo,
you.
yo, 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 yo.
Oh, this is like it's about to be a game show out here. All right.
Man.
Oh man, you guys, I got
Up there, Felipe's Garage. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you for real.
Heck yeah, man. You know what it is, bro. I know I got my mic, man. You know, I got to keep it MC like, you know, I know it's the only way I roll, man. I got to be like, yo,
perform, man.
check it. I get loose when I produce the juice.
There you go.
Quake.
Off the top of the dome.
What we're not doing is a friendly game of baseball tonight, y'all.
Not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. Very unfriendly.
Yeah, tonight we're here to celebrate. Well, I don't know if everybody's going to agree to celebrate, but everybody's going to talk about Wakanda Forever. And we're going to share our thoughts, feelings, and desires for the movie. We had our guests on tonight, Felipe's Garage. The head of the operation cookbook is on here with us tonight.
Yes, sir.
Cook, you want to hold till the crew gets here and do your intro, or how you want to roll it? Roll with us. I know we haven't had a chance to do a whole dance.
Yeah.
Here for this.
I told E to get on, so I'm texting him right now.
He said he's gonna be a little late.
Yeah, he did. I'm not sure that King's getting on, only because he ain't seen it yet.
Ooh.
And Nesto's filming tonight, and then the young is a young Hollywood superstar, man. So we don't ever see him in our regular shows anymore, man. My man is out there living that life.
I feel you. That's beautiful. That's perfect.
Yeah,
man.
Right there. That's what's up right there.
Hi.
You got to say something, Kareem?
Where's he at? Hi, what's up?
I'm saying, what's up?
Hey, go to bed. Hey, little man, go to bed. You need to go to bed.
My tablet needs to be charged, so like
But
my tablet needs to be charged, so and the lights are turned off in my bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you think you about to sit down here? Nah, you about to go to bed, okay? Let me guess.
I text E Green, so he'll let us. I mean, he'll get in when he gets in, but it's up to you. I mean, I'm down to kind of wait if you're cool with it. But
yeah, let's hold till E gets his. You guys can do it together, man.
Just keep chit chatting, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Good to catch up.
Yes, sir. Man, I can't wait. I'm telling you guys, I'm doing something right now. That's why it's got on my mind. I have to send some money via Venmo, but I can't wait to share with everybody like what I'm doing on this next project. Like the type of guest spots I got, man. I'm trying to hold my tongue, bro, because I want to tell everybody, you know. But man, you guys are gonna love it, bro.
With Sherbert.
Yep. Yeah, it's Port Angeles too. So him on the beats, and if you like the beats on the first one, just wait. And then this one is all guest spots. So yeah, brother. So I mean I reached deep into my bag of tricks, homie, to get the the real,
Yeah, you got some weight.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes,
man.
sir. I can't wait, brothers, to tell y'all. Or you got, I've been holding it in. Like even on our pod, like we'll talk about it, and I'll be like, yo, I can't tell y'all, man. I can't tell y'all.
Man,
I'm gonna need that bio cook though.
What's that?
I need your bio real soon, man.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Something like a biopic.
Yeah, like his biopic and like a biography, you know what I'm saying, of him.
That'd
how
be
he
dope,
got started and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious about a lot of that, man. The whole story's just interesting, man.
Well, I could tell you this. So a few years back, I started working on a documentary. It was you guys know I did an album called Jason Soto Was Here, and it was really all kind of like about, the legacy. It's not just me, but like the legacy you leave behind as there's the shirt right there, man. Yeah, boy. And, it's about the legacy we leave behind and what that means to us and then to the people, like, and how that can change over your lifetime and stuff. So along with it, I wanted to put out a documentary. So I have mad footage of like all my LA Symphony times. And I was interviewing like people like Merce and people like all the people that have been along my journey and talk to them about like you know, how they were able to succeed and just like little stories that they remember and stuff. So I'm kind of rehashing that, and that's coming back up because part of our Patreon, I'm doing an exclusive Patreon only podcast called LA Rican. I think you guys might have saw that little video clip, the ones that are on Patreon, and that was just a little, you know, that's just a little fun thing I did. But the podcast is going to be like me kind of going in depth on each one of my albums, and then Cook and Uno albums and all the LA Symphony stuff. So I'm going to record it like video as well. And so I'm just going to go back to starting to edit. It's probably going to end up being an LA Symphony documentary, I think, because that's the more prominent name. And I think I could get more traction with that, but it's really going to have like a lot of in-depth, like, I'm just excited about it, like to share with everybody, you know, that journey that I was on. So we'll see, but it's all coming from me. So, you know, I'm pretty hype. I'm going to get started on that soon too. You know, just another thing to do on my plate. You know how it is out here trying to do all these creative projects.
That's exciting, though, man. You're gonna have still doing the visuals for that too.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I had these when I was recording a lot of it, like, man, I'm telling you, bro, I have interviews with like Prince Paul and like Black Eyed Peas, like, you know what I mean? Like all these people.
Wow.
And I had some.
Ooh, I love, that's one of my all-time favorites.
Bro,
oh man.
I'll just tell you a little story. So we worked with Prince Paul in 2000, right? And he produced one of the songs on this record that we were doing back then. And it was such a crazy time, bro. I was just getting out of school myself and just fell into a record deal. I didn't even know what was going on. Next thing you know, I'm in the studio with Black Eyed Peas, Prince Paul, like Beastie Boys producer, all this stuff, right? So we do that. And then when I started working on the documentary, it was like around, I want to say like 2012, 2013. I reached out to him. I was like, yo, I don't know if you remember me, yada, yada, but I'd love to interview you. He was going to be out in LA. So I went out there. And you never know, like with people like that, like, do they really say it? They'll be like, oh yeah, no doubt, fam, I remember you. I'll do the interview. And you're like, okay, maybe they remember me, or maybe they're just playing the, like, you know, the Hollywood game, the hip hop game. Oh yeah, no doubt, son, no doubt, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, I'm telling you, when I went to interview him, he remembered. Not only did he remember me, he was like, he was telling the stories. Yeah, I remember going to the studio with y'all. Y'all was crazy. Like, and I was like, wow, this dude actually like remembers who we are and stuff like that. And I feel like, yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying, dude. It feels like a big honor, somebody like that. Like, you know what I mean? We kind of like we would bump into De La Soul at different points in our career. And then we had Pasa Noose on a song. And I went to see them to talk to them about interviewing for this documentary. I seen him out in Vegas one time. And he was like, yeah, Cook, what's up? You know, blah, 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 blah. And he gave me his phone number and stuff. I'll be texting with him. It's weird. It's not, I'm not trying to stunt. It's just like one of those, like, it feels weird, but it feels so like, you feel like such an honor. Like, dang, these fools actually, I mean, again, we put money in their pockets. So, okay, that might help a little bit for them to remember you. Like, yeah, these fools gave me, but it's still like an honor to me.
It's hip-hop, man.
Yeah, bro. Man. Yeah, you know what it is when you're a little kid listening to De La Soul, and then now you have Pasa Noose's number in your phone. That's weird, but it's dope. You know what I mean?
I know what it is to be a 50-year-old man listening to Pasa Noose like that.
Exactly. I feel you, man. Yeah, exactly. So it's all, you know, that's kind of my little stories, whatever.
So basically, I'm about to start stunting and letting everybody know I got Cook's number, yo. So just
that's what it is, man. There you go.
Oh, Cook Bookie, that's my man, yo.
That's hilarious.
Man, soon Cook about to tuck that chain in, right? And then what Dave Chappelle was saying.
Yeah, we gotta tuck the chain, bro. Billionaires tuck their chains, man. You know what I'm saying?
The chain, man.
Right now, I can let that chain swing for a while because I'm a thousandaire right now. You know what I mean? So I can let it swing. Now it's just fake gold swinging right now.
I don't even have a chain, yo, so I can't go one way or the other.
No doubt. I got it.
We got a little bit of 10-4. We good.
Hilarious.
Man. So you just dropped a new visual from the project too, right? Nesto's done all the visuals for me. I think you dropped four total visuals.
Yeah, he did 3 of them. The video for Magic, my other homie Riff did in LA. We just did that one that's in front of a green screen, so it's a lot of like design type stuff floating around behind us.
Yeah.
But you could tell a Nesto video because it's all real cinematic. It's like a movie or whatever, man. So yeah, this one is the same thing. There's like a little storyline and stuff. And that was a fun shoot, bro. It felt like a real, I mean, it was a real video shoot, but like he had like little cranes and stuff, and like lights hanging from all kind of. I mean, it was dope, man. It was real fun to do. And we released a little behind the scenes video, but he's gonna have like another part 2. So hopefully people can see more of the stuff I saw that day, like these, in the cars. We had all kind of fly cars out there. There's only a little bit of scenes got into it, but there's like scenes where we're like in a Tesla rolling around, and there's classic cars there too. It was just I don't know. It was a vibe, man. It was real dope. Everybody was out there partying, hanging out. So it was cool.
Yeah, man, you guys got some really dope visuals out of that project, man. Because I mean,
Yeah.
and acting. I mean, Herb and his family, his son got to show off their acting chops in a couple of them.
Heck yeah, bro.
Chops.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that was that worked out real perfect because Sherbert was late. That night he flew in, so we shot like 2 hours before Sherbert got there. You never know, because by the time we shoot with him and edit it all in, so instead of Sherbert being by my side, the young was by my side almost the whole time. And I mentioned him in the verse, so it's so perfect because I say, now I'm hanging with the Don, it's the Don, the young. It just worked out real perfect to have him right there, in the mix.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I love the cars. I love the visuals all together, man. It was dope. It's dope as
Thanks,
hell.
bro. I appreciate it, man.
You guys doing a lot for the next one? Since you okay, is that under wraps too?
It's going to be tougher because I live in Texas now, so we'll figure it out. But one thing I'm definitely going to do is probably, especially because I got these pretty heavy guest appearances, so I'm going to try my best to catch a video or two. But now these dudes, these upper echelon dudes, man, they charge for videos now too. They didn't used to charge me. If I did a song with them and then I was like, hey, we got a video, they would show up. Now they're like, nah, man, I'm gonna need like 500 to show up. I'm like, dang, dude, 500? Damn. Or, whatever it is. So at the very least, I'm gonna do some really cool like lyric videos or something, just so that I have something on YouTube and all the socials that go some kind of visuals, and maybe splice together something like, you could take somebody performance footage and just make it look like y'all are doing something, I let Nesto figure all that out.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be dope, man. I'm sure it'll be absolutely dope, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm ready to hear some spoilers. I'm ready to hear some.
Yo,
that's what I've been waiting on. I didn't see it, so I spoil it for me.
You are really gonna stay up in here and just let that thing get spoiled for you like that? Man, you are kind of like King. We be talking about stuff on the pod, and King will be just like, yeah, man. I don't care if you spoil it. I'm like, man, that is not me.
I'm gonna still watch it.
Bro, I know, but dude,
y'all can't take it away from me.
There's some details though, man.
I know, bro, and
experience instead of just hearing about.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna hold back.
Really?
So I'm saying,
nah, man, I want to know. Like, I think I can separate, because I want to know why. I've heard more than one person say they feel manipulated.
Whoa!
And then I heard someone else say, like, I've heard the most outlandish thing I've heard was the LGBTQ thing, like, is
what they mad about?
That's
the craziest thing I heard.
Wait, what did they say? The LGBT? What they saying?
Like, I didn't really get this. It was something on Twitter, and it was like a crazy, like, their agenda, like they're pushing some kind of agenda in Black Panther. And I'm like,
that's so wild. There was like 2.5 seconds where that actually made it into the movie. Like, and that was like at the end.
Because I've been on Twitter and I've seen some things, and I've seen people saying they feel manipulated. I've heard people say they didn't like it. And I've heard people say they like it. So I'm curious. I want to know what the manipulation part, like, was that in it?
Emotionally.
Well, hold on. We can't give it too much. I think we're going to give E Green
a chance. I know.
He said he's going to be closer to like the top of the hour.
Nah, you right though. Yo, Zo, you right. You carrying the conversation where we going to go. The engine's revving, man. I know we all.
I know.
Road, man.
Well,
and you saw it for the second time today, right?
No, I didn't see it again.
Okay.
Nah, but he said he's gonna be closer to the top of the hour, so like that's another easy 30 minutes.
I'll say this though, good thing no white people are in here, because they said TikTok said no white people could see it on the first weekend. Did you guys hear that?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that video? It was going everywhere. Some girl was like, if you white and you're our ally, don't see this movie. I was like, he's like, the first weekend is for us. And I was like,
that's the wildest thing.
That's too much. That's just too much.
And the funny thing, where I went, it was mostly white people.
Bro, she took it even further. She said, if you're really an ally, you will buy a ticket and you'll give it to a black person. And then you will, this is what she said, you will use your bodies to stand outside of the theater and protect us while we watch it.
What?
You guys didn't see that? It was everywhere. I was like, wow.
Drop the link in the chat.
Nah, that's insanity. That's yeah.
The white savior complex is real, huh?
I don't know, man. No, there wasn't a white person saying that. They were instructing white people not to see it. You know what I mean?
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any.
Yeah, that even what?
Yeah, I'm speechless now. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
I'm gonna find that TikTok. I'm gonna send it to somebody. You guys can spread it around and see how y'all feel about it.
I feel like it's just for the views sometimes. Like they don't really believe it. They know it's gonna get a reaction.
That's
Probably.
culture.
Exactly. Yeah, because people say really wild stuff where you should be looking like, this can't be real. It cannot be real that you would actually say that. But I think sometimes it is, man. Sometimes these people really believe some of the wild stuff they say. And you're like, man, that makes it scary. Because I think all of us are of a certain age in here where it feels like we can relate to what's going on with some of the younger culture, but we've lived long enough where we have some more sense, let's just say. I'm just trying to say it in as nicest way as I can, where we can kind of decipher between some of that nonsense sometimes. But man, it's a lot out there, man. It's
wild out there. Yeah.
It's wild out there in them TikTok streets.
Like you said, the troll culture, and I think it's big corporations out here that just sow conflict and just they don't even have, they just want your argument. They don't care either way, just as long as y'all are arguing.
I mean, you're gonna get me on a path, boy, if you want to start me on this conversation
my
about division and what they trying to do to us.
Yo, I think we're on the same page. I keep saying I want to do an episode focused on social media and its harms and its goods, because that debate's going on. But I think we've never had the conversation outright. So if you want on that, I'll let you know when we do it, bro.
I'm in, bro.
I did think about you yesterday, Cook, because I went to church for the first time in a minute.
Why you think of me on that?
Yeah, because it's I know you, Nesto, and King, kind of some of your, you know what I mean? And it was I felt real conflicted in there because I was trying not to be the I was like, first I was in church, but I was trying not to be. It was some stuff that happened. I'm like, come on, dog. Not today, yo. And it didn't seem authentic. You know what I mean? It seemed like it was for the show. So, but yeah, I kind of thought about y'all for a second.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm glad that inauthenticity makes you think of me, but I'll let that slide.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks. I appreciate you, man.
You're welcome.
That's
at least I thought about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least.
What is it?
You look at this fake ass. Look at this fake ass church. Man, what Cookbook doing right now?
That's basically how it went too. No, I'm bugging.
Oh man.
What shoes you wear, Sheet? I know you're a shoe man. You got church shoes like you got sneakers.
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious. Kinda. Yeah, I've got a reasonable sized collection of appropriate shoes as well. So yeah.
Appropriate. Got some loafers, son?
I do.
Some church loafers.
I do.
Yeah, fam. That's what's up.
I had on some saddle shoes yesterday though. Me and Cayman was dressed like twins.
See,
shoes, yeah.
I be doing that kind of thing too much. My wife's like, damn, because I got two boys, and sometimes it's not just twins, it's all three of us. And she's like, come on, man. So I never thought I'd be that dude, but sometimes I am, man.
All I know is I saw a jacket today on somebody's page that I'm not gonna name, but my son will have it in the near future.
I love it.
I'm biting.
He said, I'm biting. Hey, yeah, that jacket was dope, man.
That jacket tough, yo.
Oh yeah.
Damn, Alex, you see what Eli got on?
You see what? Oh yeah, yo, y'all was looking, yeah.
What I missed, man?
That's my wife flavor right there.
You see, I kind of slid in and like, I've never heard of that before. Please
Oh,
let her tell me what it is. Please let her tell me what it
is. Hey, yo, real talk. Are we live streaming right now too, or are we just recording?
Yeah, we are. This
is what's up, man.
We don't go too formal, but Kareem did do a rough version of our intro. Actually, that wasn't rough. That was actually.
Hey, yo, GRYSKLL is the click, man. Tap in on the live stream. You know how we do. We all got a little bit of GRYSKLL. You know what I'm saying? 40 plus in the house.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call that a drop. We're gonna be using that joint on a regular basis.
Use it all you want. Cookbook down with the GRYSKLL crew. How many GRYSKLL members got a beat from Cookbook? Almost all of them. What's up, man?
We do got a little project with Cook coming though.
Yes, sir.
Come on, bro.
Oh,
at this point now, I'm in Black Mavericks. What y'all talking about, bro? I'm on the cover and everything, man.
We do got the cover came out dope, didn't it?
Hey, it looks fly. Has everybody seen it, or you just got a secret?
I don't know. Did we share it? Did we share it in the GRYSKLL joint?
Not yet, man. I'm watching this joint like a movie. I'm excited, man. Hearing about this from behind the scenes. I'm over here like this, waiting to hear it, man. After Sincerely,
man, I made him exclusive beats they didn't even ask for. Yo, ask them about it. They know.
Man, them beats.
I already know, man.
Yo, they hit me with the concept of the album. I was like, I'll be right back. I had one to dial calling a brother. He was like, yo, I don't ever call nobody.
Yeah,
I had to call you on that beat. I had to call. Mere text would not suffice.
I called that mug immediately, like, yo, for real? This is what we doing?
That's what we doing. You know? Yeah, boy.
I'm like, man, I got to come 100% on this one, man. More than 100%.
Yep. Send me those lyrics, yo. I'm gonna send you back those rewrites. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, bro. Hey, it be like that sometimes.
Oh man, nah, I'm just playing.
Yo, Tobias, I know your pen is on fire right now, man. You sent that verse that you were doing for Q the other day in the thing. I was like, shh, this dude, he on something, man. Hawaii did something good, man.
Yeah, I got to record that one. But yeah, I want to take a different approach on that verse, you know. Yeah. That song was about I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I wanted to play like getting the head of a student, you know what I'm saying, that was thinking like that, you know.
Yo, I was like, yo, this dude's pen is pushing right now, man. I'm proud of it.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear.
Oh yeah.
The project, man. I mean to cut off from the project, man. Y'all talking about the project. Y'all got anything y'all want to share about it? Anything like the premise, the number of tracks, anything like that?
Shit keeps growing. Like
I think it's my fault that it turned into almost a full length, yo, because I kept hitting them like, no, what about this one? What about this? Let's do this, you know? They're like,
you can't say no, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, come on, man.
I'll say something that's not spoilery. I flipped the song. I chopped some samples up that these dudes were like, I never thought. Like, it seemed like it was an obvious one that nobody ever used. Mm-hmm. And then I just flipped it for them, and they were like, "Okay." They almost didn't take it. You guys almost didn't take it. And then you came.
Yo, I wasn't like I was like, yo, I'm because it was overwhelming. Like, you know, because it like he said 2 joints, like, yo, pick one, and I was like, you know, I kind of prefer that one. They were both dope, but if I'm picking one, I would go that route.
Right.
So like we had kind of agreed on that, and my partner over here was like, yo, that other joint cold, yo. I was like, yeah, it's dope. Like 3 days later, he's like, yo, that other joint cold, yo. We should cop that one too. I was like, come on, dog. Like, I only got so many words in me, yo. Like, at some point, I'm gonna be saying rhymes again from doggone commercial break.
Hey, man, listen, you got a gang of good verses from that friendly game of baseball, man. Just slide them over.
I don't forgot half. I don't even know where them joints is at, yo.
And on the Instagram reels, man, you got a bunch of joints, man. I don't know how y'all were doing them, man. Y'all ran a lot of rhymes in a short period of time, man. You were writing weekly for a while, weren't you?
Who, me?
Yeah, and you weren't writing slouchy rhymes. You were like writing technical rhymes with double and triple this is and that's all up in there, right?
Yeah, but usually when I do them drinks, I just give myself 15 minutes. Like whatever I do in 15 minutes, I'm gonna just spit it. So that's why I'm always reading them drinks. But I'll be like, yo, I got 15 minutes, whatever comes out. If it's dope enough, I'll do it. If not, I'll just sit on it. But yeah, it's fun. Even like that one night, I did like 4 of them shits that one night. it was a couple years ago. I could come clean now. Like I ended up calling out of work the next day.
She's up all night writing
I
rounds.
was doing reels at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like something ain't gonna happen tomorrow.
No, that's crazy. I had we still got that World Series joint to release, which is the winners of the Friendly Gamer baseball competition. But my engineer that mixes everything, he was tied up. He's gonna mix our stuff for the Black Mavs too. But I finally got in touch with him. He's like, yeah, I got a bunch of time now. So that's gonna be one of the first ones because I've been wanting to release that. So that's gonna come out real soon too. And that I don't know if you guys heard that one, but I'm real happy with the way that came out.
It came out dope. Yeah, it came out dope.
Yeah.
Itching to hear it, man. I'm itching over here.
Yeah, and then once it's a good mix too, ooh, it's gonna be fire.
It came out tough.
Yeah, I love it.
No idea on the timeline though. That one.
Well, once I get it mixed, I'm not gonna really do like a big. I'm just gonna release it and then we'll promo it as it comes out. So I could say even like by the end of the month it could be out because I just need to send it to him. He'll mix it, and then once I have it back, I'll just send it to my distributor and it's on and popping.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. I'm looking forward to it. Let us know when it comes out, man. We'll all co-promote, man.
Yeah, as you should. It's two of your members are on it, so you know.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, where Damon at anyway?
He hit me up, said he got to bow out for the night, man.
Man, see, I show up and he just bounces. All right.
Hey, shit, I think he must owe you money or something, man. I don't know.
That's what it is. Oh, cookbook? Yeah, man, I can't be on tonight. My bad.
But man,
where are you green at though?
Yeah, he said it was gonna be close to the top of the hour before he hopped on. So obviously we go ahead and get started, man.
Oh, because he texted me and he said 7:30 his time, which is basically now. But we could start if you want. I mean, I'll do the intro.
He hit me. He said closer to 8 his time.
Oh, okay. So.
Okay, well, I mean, you could throw your intro in whenever you want if you want to retro it back. You know, you cut this out and all that.
Yeah, or man, I'll just leave it all in. Whatever, we'll see.
That's
all right. Well, if you guys are cool with it, then I'm gonna do it, yo. Okay, check this out. First of all, I know you're on the GRYSKLL stream right now, but this is Felipe's Garage, the hottest pod on these streets. It's your boy Cookbook, joined by none of the Felipe's Garage squad yet, but I got a gang of other brothers in here to hang out with me. And in a second, I'm gonna do a roll call. So what's up, y'all? Let's do a quick roll call. Let everybody know who you are and just a quick what you do so that our listeners, the mechanics already know a lot about GRYSKLL, but still let's do a roll call so everybody knows what's up. So who's going first? Should I call names or just go ahead? You Dragon's Pitchfork, set it off and then you call the next guy and everybody calls the next guy.
Absolutely. Dragon's Pitchfork, producer, former part-time MC. Not going to hear too much from me about that though anytime soon, except on a joint coming up with me and I Wonder Dial called The Dial Tone. I'm excited about that. It's my first verse in 25 years. I'm excited to, let something go with it that really I feel like represents who I am now on the mic. So yeah, man, Dragon's Pitchfork, GRYSKLL the crew. Wonder Dial, you want to run next?
Not really, but I will.
Hey,
what's up, Rashid? Want to dial? Friendly Game of Baseball. I think I have the distinct honor of being the only person to actually take a 100% L with absolutely no votes, including for myself. So it's an honor there.
And still got on the song top.
Yeah.
Still came in second place.
Yeah, but you know what it is. So I'm passing to the homie Alex.
Yo, this Alex, aka Tobias Black from the Mighty Black Mavericks, GRYSKLL crew, MC of the group. You know what I'm saying? Just up in here chilling with the crew, the GRYSKLL crew. You know what I'm saying? Just want to throw a little tag out there. We got the Black Mavericks project coming out called A Different World. All the tracks produced by Cookbook, you know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. Pass it on to Malcolm.
Oh, snap.
Hey, Malcolm, before you start, bro, we're not hooping tonight.
I appreciate that. I mean, I was gonna make my way to the gym, but I hopped on the live instead. So, Malcolm, aka GRYSKLL crew, not an MC, but my pen game nice. Lightweight genius. That's about me in a nutshell.
I like that, man. Malcolm looked like a handsome Rock Marciano up in this, boy. I'm intimidated, and he keeps. I'm never sure if his screen froze or he just know how to pose nice. He just be like, and don't move for like 8 minutes, and he's so handsome just looking at me, bro. The handsome Rock Marciano in the house.
Yo, wow, yo.
That's hilarious, man. Yo, Kareem, you might as well run next.
Yo, Kareem Muse. Zoe the instrument being. It's all the same. Zoe as Oz, GRYSKLL MC. I produce on occasion. And just all around artist, glad to be here.
I know all those aliases, and I didn't know it was the same person.
That's great. That's excellent.
Is X still there? I see a screen saver. You there, X?
His flowers are there.
Whoa.
My man X.
Go ahead.
The puppet show. Expo Heaty, you want to give yourself up, man?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Expo Heaty, aka Spirit Bear, musician, artist, farmer, into all things Web3, and just trying to help the people.
I like that. I like that. And I like your flowers, man. Dr. Octagon style, blue flowers.
Blue flowers.
Yes, sir. So in case you guys are wondering what's going on, well, the GRYSKLL fans are because they're watching your stream. But all the Felipe's Garage listeners, we're doing a giant guest collabo podcast tonight with the brothers from GRYSKLL. We're celebrating and or maybe lamenting, from what I'm gathering, the great and mighty release of Black Panther 2. So I think we're going to get into it right off top, unless y'all want to talk about something else. E Green's going to join us later. I don't think King is, because he ain't seen the movie, and unlike my man Zoe, he cares about the spoilers for this movie. I mean, are you sure, man? Are you sure?
I'm positive. I'm absolutely positive.
We forgot a member too. We forgot a member, the silent member of the crew. Oh. And actually, we got 2 silent members. I don't know if Tobias, if your wife is in the room, but the person that's done most of our artwork and did the GRYSKLL logo right here.
Man, bravo.
Yanni.
Bravo. That logo is
Yanni for short. All around creator and
photographer, host.
The ghost behind GRYSKLL.
Oh man, with that logo. Whew. I love that hoodie y'all sent me, man. I love wearing it, man. That is fire.
Yes. And my wife Jennifer, you know, she has her graphic design stuff going on. Generally creative. She did the Black Mavericks commercial break. She did a lot of Black Mavericks flyers.
Nice.
Actually, most of the designs on the web store are hers.
Oh yeah, the web store, all like our clothes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Your logos and all that. Your artwork is dope, man. I love what she does. Yeah, man. She kills it, man.
It takes a village to break a rap group.
She was employee of the month like 3 months in a row, yo.
Right.
at Black Mavs LLC. Black Mavs Incorporated. Top employee.
Right.
That's what's up. Hey, before we start, man, I mean, I wanted to ask everybody, did you guys get a chance to listen to King's Disease 3? And I just want to catch some.
I did.
Catch some. All right. What you got, Handsome Rock? You go first. I saw you nodding.
Handsome Rock.
That's your new name, bro. Sorry. You said you didn't have an AKA? You got one now.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna rock with that one. I'm
gonna just tell you now, I'm not calling you that, fam. You're gonna be Malcolm to me, B. I'm not. I'm not.
Hey, but you got Black Mavs Inc. You could just call them HR. Simple.
That's true. Mm-hmm. CFO. You be the CFO.
There you go,
okay, I'll take that one. I just really appreciate, like, Nas is like the dude who just like to play basketball, yo. Like, he just likes to rap. And I just felt like he is just rapping his ass off on King's Disease. Mm-hmm. I feel like the chemistry between him and Hit Boy has just gotten better and better as they've been working together. He was in different pockets. He used different flows. I enjoyed the album. I listened to it a couple times over the weekend. Mm-hmm. Looking forward to another listen, because it sounds like I just like hear more stuff as I listen to it with each listen. So,
yes, sir. I felt the same way, man. I mean, everybody who listens to Felipe's Garage knows how I feel about Nas. You know, like Illmatic is always going to be my favorite album. I don't think that's ever going to change. I haven't seen nothing come out that tops it for me. And I'm just like a diehard. Like Nas can almost do no wrong, except for when he tries to write his own hooks. Then it's a little bumpy. But as far as the pen game, the verse game, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shoot. E Green in the building. What's up, E?
E Green.
I don't think we can hear you, man. Unmute yourself.
I'm going to try and hit it up real quick.
Look, he coming in trying to give Handsome Rock some competition.
What? Nah, I got nothing.
Got his little sweater on, looking good. What is that? Crushed velvet, son? What you wearing?
This is beautiful. What is it, velvet?
Man,
is this GRYSKLL or is this Felipe's? Because this is what we doing Felipe's. We gotta do this now. We gotta do this in front of people.
All that, son. Yeah. They already introduced themselves and everything, man. We already in it, bro. Hottest pot in these streets.
You know, it's crazy. These guys have seen me quite a bit. They probably looking at me now like, here he is again.
You like the cousin, man.
I'm on like 27 podcasts, yo.
Yeah, bro. The podcast king.
I mean, you just in time to introduce yourself, really, E.
Go ahead.
Oh, what's up, everybody? E Color, E Green, Felipe's Garage, Hip Hop Digest Show, and World. Here in this world.
AKA Black Wisdom.
Black Wisdom, yes, that Tapper John. I'm a whole lot of things. I got a whole lot of names. Yo.
How you go from Black Wisdom to Tapper John, bro? That's a
there's a lot.
Could be Tapper John. That Tapper John could help accentuate the Black Wisdom, though.
That's it, bro. Woo. He gets real wise, yo. I like
there
that.
You go.
That's what's up, man. Well, anybody else got any comments?
Yo, all I want to say is, I don't know that I was really a Hit Boy fan, but that damn flip one, the movie, 5 Heartbeats flip.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that and even the reminisce flip, like I thought all the beats were dope.
I agree.
Raj, I mean in the digest chat, I wasn't even in a hurry to listen to it because I hadn't really been impressed by the other joints. And then I had to come back and be like, you know what? My bad. Yeah, this by far was the best one to me.
Right.
I think Hit Boy earned my respect with this one. I mean, Nas, Nas, right? Nas is Nas, but like Hit Boy's beats, I'm like, I mean, I thought they were all right, but I wasn't really over the top on them. On this joint, I was like, yo, all right.
Okay. But I think that's a good point because that's been what's plagued Nas his whole career besides them hooks is he's a terrible beat selector. And when Kanye wasn't crazy, like 10 years ago, I used to always think, man, it just needs to be all Kanye beats and he'll put out a fire album. When he finally did that, it was already too far gone. But Hit Boy ended up being the right combination, you know, because he's like a new cat, but he has that old school sensibility, he still chops samples, but his, you know, it's just a good combination. And it sounds like Nas allows him to guide him a little more in the studio, like beat wise and just choices that Nas makes. It's keeping him relevant. You know what I mean? Like Handsome Rock said, he's a dude who just likes to rap. He just likes to go. You know what I mean? And he needs Hit Boy to go, yeah, do that. But then also let's craft a song. Let's do this. You need this type of beat or whatever. That's what it feels like to me when I listen, because since Hit Boy came on, it's like, yeah, you might not like some tracks or there might be some ups and downs with the records, but overall, if you look at the overall project, the quality has gone up a lot more than some of Nas's albums where it's a lot of hit or miss. Like the raps are always dope, but the beats and the hooks are always hit or miss. And that there's way less of that ever since Hit Boy showed up.
You mentioned real quick, you mentioned relevancy. Did y'all hear what 21 Savage said about Nasir Jones?
Please, can I talk about this, yo?
I didn't hear it. What did he say?
I didn't either. Go ahead, Zoe. What you got to say?
Well, yeah, Malcolm, he was saying something, what I saw was basically about Nas not being relevant and, you know, he has a bunch of old fans that, you know, and he's not relevant. And, you know, like 21 messed up when he said that. I'm not a fan of his, but he definitely messed up. And this Nas album, out of these three, was definitely the best, in my opinion. And the beats, like, I didn't like the beats on the other ones. This one, I was feeling it. like that what the Michael and Quincy
oh my God. Oh, my bad.
I just like I like how the music was crafted, but that 21, man, that really triggered me when I heard that earlier, because my man Vern posted something about it, and I was like, yo, what did I miss? So I Googled it, and I'm like, man, these like really, yo, like man, yo, like it's certain people, like I feel like they can't even speak on Nas, yo, like you don't even have the right, like you didn't, like I can say something.
You were there.
Even though my opinion don't matter, but you can't say nothing. Like, get out of here, yo.
I think one of the biggest differences now is early on, if you were dissing somebody, it was the spirit of the competition, right? You know, LL wanted to go at Ice-T. You know, it was it wasn't just saying something like, yo, you know, he's whack just to be saying he's whack. Like it was always something to it. You know what I mean? Like now you got to follow him. You just say what you want to say, and it becomes the law. And that's one of the things I hate the most about the game right now is, you know, what do you do? Like, and Nas, what does he like? If he responds, he's whack. If he doesn't, and he shouldn't, you know.
Nah.
Wait.
You know what I mean?
Can I be devil's advocate?
Sure.
Yeah.
So the words that he said may not be so incorrect. It sounds disrespectful and all of that. However, I don't know too many young cats that's checking for Nas. I don't know too many of 21 Savage's listeners that are going to care about Nas, or hence the irrelevance. He might have missed a few words like irrelevant to the new generation or something, but I didn't get it. I get what bothered you, but it didn't bother me at all because consider the source.
Yeah, I feel you on that, but the relevant
Ladies
thing,
and gentlemen, Black Wisdom.
That's relative, I guess.
I told you.
Relevant, you like, man, you might need some water and you too dumb to know you dehydrated or some shit. Like I gotta pour this bucket in your face so you don't die, yo. Like you crack lips and everything. Like, I don't need no water. I don't know, man, but you right.
He gonna die.
I was triggered though. When I heard that, I was triggered, man. I was triggered.
I don't know who makes 21 Savage beats or if he writes his own hooks or whatever, but just take any 21 Savage album, leave the beats, leave the hooks, and hand it to Nas and let him fill it with the verses, and let's find out who's relevant or not. Because if he don't write his own hooks, or he don't write, you know, whatever he writes or doesn't write, I don't know. But let's say you take any song that somebody else wrote the hook on and let Nas get loose, you know, because half the time these brothers, they're not, nobody's checking for them because of the rhymes, they're checking because of the beats and the hooks, right? So how relevant is 21 Savage himself outside of somebody else's beats and somebody else's hooks? That's what I'd like to see.
You smoked them. Ooh, you smoked them.
21 Savage he's just salty because Nas taking over that shine of that album they just dropped. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, he's latching on. He's latching on to the shine, you know, trying to catch a little bit. You know,
he's just salty, man. That's all. You know, that KD3 outshining that Megan Thee Stallion beef diss track that Drake made or whatever.
Oh God.
Yo, I saw that video y'all posted, man. That was wrong, yo. A Drake, that animated Drake.
Oh yeah.
I ain't been
killing him out there.
Man.
I missed it.
Well,
you don't want to see it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Any last words on Nas? Because I'm itching.
Well, actually, I got a question for y'all on Nas because Tobias and I think I'd like to see if we can get some more answers on which was the better album between 444 and what was that one, Tobias?
Oh man, don't bring this up again. I just ate.
Oh, Life is Good.
Life is Good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Cook, and before Cook replies, Cook is a Nas fan.
Yeah. So here's what I'll say. I mean, I haven't heard. Go ahead.
Hold on. I was basically saying Life is Good is Nas's 444. Well, Life is Good came out before 444. But I was just saying that was Nas's grown man album. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about what he went through, like with his divorce and all that stuff. That was basically more what I was saying. But I think Life is Good is still better to me. You know what I'm saying? I think Life is Good at the edge.
I think Life is Good is a really great album. I think Nas raps better than Jay-Z probably always.
Thank you.
But I definitely probably would edge out, give it to 444. Me personally, if I think about the one I listened to more, it honestly was at 444. I just, for whatever reason, I love that album. So if I'm comparing the two,
you think it's the same Achilles heel that everybody attributes to Nas's other albums?
What do you mean? The production? It was better. That production was better on that album than most of his other albums, besides, like the first couple. He did 2 albums, and then it's kind of like what Jay-Z said on that diss song. Like, you did 2 good albums, and then the rest for a long time was not good. But I think he started coming back good when he came back with like Stillmatic and Hip Hop Is Dead, and then he got weak again, started flailing a little bit. But those 2 were pretty solid. And then he flailed a little bit, and then Life is Good, I feel like he got back on track for the most part. Beat wise, it got better. But again, he's been very consistent once he got with Hit Boy, just because Hit Boy is a producer. He's not just a beat maker. You could tell he's got him in the studio and he's crafting with him. And that's what Nas has always needed. If you look at his first album, he was young, so he had to be crafted by people. And because he was so dope, everybody wanted to work with him. So you're in there with Premier, and Premier's teaching you how to put together a song and not just raps and putting the scratches on the hooks and doing all that. You have a cohesive song, and you take 9 cohesive songs and put it into a cohesive record. And then from there, Nas was like, yo, I got this, I'm good. And then flailing along a bit, for a lot of years. So yeah, he just needs a producer. That's all. It's no shame in that. You just need somebody to tell you what's what.
That's a dope. I never looked at it like that.
For KD3, I'm still processing it. I got to take it to the lab. You know what I'm saying? So far, I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? But I try to listen. I try to take albums like a whole week, just dedicated, just listening to it nonstop. But so far, this KD3 is probably one of my favorites. But I still got to have an edge over 2, because 2 was my favorite so far.
That just means he's getting better and better with him.
Yeah. But so far, 3, man, he Hit Boy on another level, and Nas is, man, Nas. Anybody watch Dragon Ball Z? Like, Nas just act like he just ate a sensu bean, man. He just he's just on fire, man. You know what I'm saying?
With these recent albums, how does Magic fit into all this?
Crickets.
Y'all wasn't feeling Magic?
My favorite.
No. Magic was fire.
Oh, I was like, why is he quiet right now, yo?
Nah, it was dope. It was dope.
I was just trying to stick with the KDs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I just threw it out there. What'd you say, E?
I said that is the thing with Nas. He's like an enigma at this point, because his first album was so great that I don't know if he'll ever be able to live up to that in another album, right?
You can't, yeah.
So
you can't.
It was so great that we have these expectations for every time he puts a record out, that it's got to be something that blows us away. That's why certain people are not too uplifted about KD 1 or 2. But I haven't listened to 3 yet, because I try to wait till the shit dies down a little bit and then listen to it with my fresh ears after everybody's talked about it and I forgot what they said. Then I listen. And I'm looking forward to it, because I trust all you guys and what you're saying, but I look forward to it. But I still think that he has this stigma where he was just so great out the gate that he's held to that expectation.
Yep.
Well, I'll admit, like, I said it 1,000 times. I kind of box people in, right? So where I fall in love with you at, I want you to stay there. And I understand how that's unfair to people.
Yeah.
I might say his second album, though different, might be better than Illmatic in some way.
Heresy. How dare you?
Blasphemy. That's hard to say, because I think Illmatic is arguably the greatest album of all time. But the concepts on that second joint,
I'm not mad at that take though, because I really feel like that it was really good. You're right. It wasn't, and it was a great follow up to, because if you think back to the energy, the way you felt back then when that second album came, you weren't like, oh man, Illmatic is just, you can't beat Illmatic. You just felt like another hot one from Nas. Remember, I don't remember many people being like, oh, but that Illmatic though. It wasn't until the next album, the third, fourth, fifth, when he started picking whack beats and writing terrible hooks that people started saying he's not gonna be able to beat Illmatic. And so I think it's a good argument to say it was written as just as good or better or whatever you want to say. I mean, I'm the guy, everyone thinks that Low End Theory is Tribe's best album. And I love Midnight Marauders. That's my favorite one
Midnight
for all time.
Midnight
Marauders. Well, I'm in good company then, but most people out there, if you go out there, they're like, nah, Low End Theory was it, but nah, not to me. Midnight Marauders is the best they got.
Midnight, that song haunts me, yo. That's one of my top 5 songs of all time. Midnight, the night is on my mind. You know the sun is still shining.
Come on, man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But
crazy.
These last 2.5 years of Nas output is, I mean, we can't overlook the quality of music he's done. Like these last 4 albums, yo.
Yeah.
Like, who's done that? Tell me who.
Yeah. It's good makeup work, I think. It makes up for the albums where people were complaining about the beats.
100%. And I love a comeback story too. I mean, it ain't really a comeback. He's been rich and chilling. He could do whatever he wants. But when someone can be like, is he 50? I mean, if he's not, he's really close to it.
Yeah.
To be able to be in your late 40s, reinvent yourself with the hot, young, new beat maker. And yeah, fuck, if 21 Savage fans ain't listening to him, who gives a fuck? You know how many people out there that are listening to him, and people that are Hit Boy fans from the other stuff he's done are at least going to check it out. And some of those people are coming over. It's like, we all know that's a difficult thing to do, you know, to be, how many other MCs from his time period when he came out have come out hot again after having a bunch of mediocre albums through most of the first decade of the 2000s, if you think about it, and then to just be hot again right now in 2022, 2021, 2020. I mean, that alone, you got to give up the respect for that, man.
You know what it's not doing though? It's not causing any other young boy producers to get with any other classic MCs. I don't see it happening. I thought it would though, but maybe it's just that formula for them and it's working.
Yeah.
Who could do it though? Who else can do it?
Well, maybe an old school producer could grab a young boy rapper or whatever.
That could be like what Static Selector did with Joey Badass.
But Joey Badass is not a new school MC.
No, but back when he did it, he was a young dude, but he was really keeping that true school flow. He wasn't rapping like the dudes of his era even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so Static scooped him up and turned him into what he turned him into. And he's done that with a lot of MCs, but Joey just, rose to the top from all the people he's worked with. So, I mean, that's
the only other young producers out there that are doing much, to be honest. Well, I'm not really paying attention right now. So,
well, I mean, but the way Hit Boy is, because he can do all the trap style beats, the keyboard style beats, and he can equally do the sample chop beats just as good. So he's kind of a unique dude just as much as Nas is in that respect. You know what I mean? There are people that can do it, but I'm saying he does both pretty much equally well from what I can see,
He got a fire beat on Snoop album, man.
Oh, he sure does, man. He got a couple.
Hard.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find that instrumental.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, that Snoop Dogg album. It was surprisingly good. All right, any last songs? What's that?
Snoop has a new album out?
Snoop always got a new album. We thought the album we was listening to was the newest album, and there was like 3 other ones that came out after that one. We're like, well, we doing this one. Yeah,
Back on Death Row.
Back on Death Row. It's surprisingly really good. Like,
is that the one with drama?
I don't think so.
Like the Gangsta Grills or something? Or
no. Those came out after this one. Yeah, this is a studio album. The Gangsta Grills came out after that. That's what I was saying. We thought we were listening to his latest release, and then I went on. Here's like 3 others after that. But yeah, it's honestly it's a really good album, man. I didn't think I was gonna like it near as much as I did.
It is good.
Yeah, and like he said, the Hit Boy stuff on there is dope, and you got some beats, man.
What's up, man? Well,
let's get to it.
Let's do it. All
right. We ready to go to Wakanda?
Okay, so let me just say this before we go. Mechanics, if you have not seen the movie, This is where we're going to spoil the shit out of it. You've been warned. Now, Zoe, this is your last chance, man.
I'm here, man. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here.
King already texted me and said, "Have a nice pod, gentlemen." So I know where he stands on the spoilers.
Wow.
He's not trying to get spoiled on this movie. But Zoe says he's cool with it. So, gentlemen,
I'm cool.
Where do we begin?
You got any predictions before you hear what's going to happen? Anything that you think is going to happen, or you expect, or something, anything you don't expect?
Based on, like, I'm not a comic book guy, but I've had some friends tell me about it. So the comics, not the movie. So I'm thinking, well, the sister is gonna be Black Panther. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
She's gonna be Black Panther. And what's my man? I seen the ad, so I remember my man,
the Submariner.
Yeah.
Submariner, Namor. Yep.
Like the other Aquaman. That's what I used to call him.
The other Aquaman.
So I was waiting, I expect something with that, but like the manipulation part, I can't figure that out because I don't know. Like,
well, you were starting to explain the manipulation part. Do you want to go ahead and get into that now? Do we want to move more slowly into that and go in a more structured manner? Like, do we want to film aesthetics and all that first and do some technical shit? Or do we want to just have fun?
So I just want to preface this by saying my review is strictly from the perspective of a person that went to the movie. I have even less knowledge of the comic book than Zoe does. So like I went like, it's either gonna be a good movie or it's not. So yeah, so I'm down to start wherever, but
we usually don't go in order when we do movies. We just kind of blurt out parts and just see what we feel. We just go pure emotion usually.
Yo, let Alex kind of set the tone.
Yeah, because he didn't like it, man.
Yeah, he was not.
Alex is a hater, right? Alex is just a hater.
Hey, Alex, man, you was sharp, man.
Alex, man, how you gonna hate? That's like you got some self-hate, man. What's up, man?
Tell me what's going on.
Alex sent me a text. I had to pull the car over and read it, yo. Like he went deep for me. I was like,
so here's my thing, man. So I get my review of the movie. The movie was okay. I ain't gonna say it was bad. It was okay. I think they used T'Challa's death too much in it to earn over people's emotions and feelings. Not T'Challa, but Chad. And I think the movie was just too sad, man. You go see Marvel movies, you want to go find that wow moment. I think that movie didn't have no wow moment for me, man. It was just grief and sadness, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really?
Yeah, and that's why I've said to you it was emotional manipulation, because not only did they use his death IRL, but also heavily played it up in the movie. And then also the emotional manipulation of they showed him several times. Like before you were 10 minutes into the movie, you saw his face on a mural on the wall. You saw him instead of the normal Marvel splash screen with all the clips from his favorite movies. It was just Chadwick. Like, so if you were someone who was emotionally affected by his death, like not even 10 minutes into the movie, you were already grabbing your chest. Like I was already trying to wipe tears away just from straight off seeing it like that, because I have an emotional attachment to passing by a certain disease, because my father passed from cancer. So like my emotions were immediately triggered by like how they brought it into the movie that he died there too because of some rare illness that they did not disclose what it was.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was emotionally triggering from the jump. So that's why I said I needed therapy, and it felt like emotional manipulation.
I missed that.
Thank you.
I missed all of that.
Like, I was just watching a movie. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Literally, like I was at the popcorn joint because yeah. So like I literally missed that part.
Yeah, so that was how it opened, and that's why I said it felt like emotional manipulation and that I needed therapy, because they out the gate was just like, okay, well, we're gonna get it off the books that he died, so we're just gonna get that out first things first.
Yeah.
So what would you have had them do different?
If they do that, so if they wanted to put that in the beginning, they did a little tribute thing, right? Silence tribute. Do it in the beginning and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to pepper it all throughout the movie and sprinkle Chadwick all up in there to try to get emotional.
How did they throughout the movie?
Yes, like there were several times they had flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like it was an integral part of Shuri's journey. Like
I think I like.
Does that not seem real? Is that not believable?
The whole
It
movie was
but
about
that's
his
where-
sister's grief. And how
Yeah.
she deals with
Exactly.
it, and is she able to overcome her grief and do what is right?
Right.
Like the Wakanda way, the Black Panther way, versus what she was feeling on the inside. So I didn't think about the emotional manipulation, but in a way you are kind of right. But I'm almost saying like, well, what else would you do? You can't have a Black Panther movie. I mean, even the family thought they should have made even more of a tribute. You know what I mean? Like I'm friends with his wife, like the one who, he was married to when he passed. So, I mean, I guess it's still his wife. I don't know how you say that. So to me, when he was passing, I was watching her and seeing how all of it was going down. And then when he did pass, seeing her grieve and seeing all that was, that was hard for me. I mean, she's sang on a bunch of my stuff. Like I know her, you know what I mean? And so I think I approached it different too, because I'm looking at it like, yeah, man, honor my man, cause my homegirl, her husband, so, but hearing you guys say it now, I can kind of understand what you're saying. But again, I feel like what would they do? They couldn't just be like, he's dead. Who's the next Black Panther? Let's go to that next thing. And who's the hot,
But they didn't.
We said that too. We said they were in an impossible situation. It did just feel like it felt real, but also for what it was in the audience, it also felt like a lot. Because then to also lose Queen Mother as well, it was just like, man, this was just too much. Like it was like, okay, if we're gonna memorialize and make this about Chadwick and do the grief about that, why did we need to add Queen Ramonda dying? Like, why was that necessary or integral to the storyline? That just felt like overkill to me.
Can I say real quick?
Jump in there, E.
I think that they did their job. They did their job in exactly how they did it, to make you feel exactly how you feel. I'm pointing at you to make you feel how you feel. Everybody caught feelings, right? Mm-hmm. Would you rather have gone to a movie and not gave a shit about it and be like, well, and then you come out like, well, damn, they didn't even give old boy a send-off. You know what I'm saying? They could have went that way with it, but they didn't. And I think that the real life on our own, we mixed in Chadwick, because the story is about Black Panther and T'Challa and the sister, like Cookbook said, her grieving. It was a movie about grieving. It was. And I thought they did an excellent job with it. We all have grieved one way at some point, all of us, right? But this was a movie about a character that we all have become so endeared to that we may have put it in our personal shit.
That's perspective, man.
That's true.
Yeah, I like that perspective. I like how you put that.
Yeah,
I've been saying that it was a no-win, no matter what they did. Somebody was going to be pissed, and a large percentage of the population was going to be upset. So it was a hard decision to make on every front with all the things they had to do here, even to continue with. I mean, whether to put him in, whether not to, whether to recast him, whether not to. I mean, there were people in an uproar no matter what. So, I mean, none of us would have been 100% happy no matter what they did. I watched a couple of the interviews with the directors after seeing the movie, and they both expressed that same thing. And I had to respect them after seeing that, because I didn't want to see any press before the movie. I didn't watch any trailers, none of that. I didn't want to set any expectations. So walking in, I was pleasantly surprised, but I love the storyline about grief. I understand grief was the theme throughout this whole phase of the MCU, actually, if you look at all the movies and everything. But I got to be honest, I wasn't that enamored with the action part of it. It didn't feel like a Marvel movie from that standpoint.
Interesting. Because I think I agree with you on one sense about grief in Phase 4, because I've been grieving how whack Phase 4 has been so far. And to me, this movie showed me, Marvel still know how to make hot ones. Like, because to me, I felt like this was like coming back. I know it was sad. It was a lot of sadness, but how could it not have all that sadness with the dark cloud that's just hanging over the movie of Chadwick? But I mean, think about that first scene when Queen Mother goes to whatever, the UN or whatever, and they keep flipping back and forth to them fools trying to steal that vibranium.
That was
and then
awesome.
they just stroll those French soldiers in. You can't tell me that's not like a hot Marvel scene. Like, to me, I watched that and I said, oh, we back. I thought Phase 4 was going to be all whack, but it's not, because this is hot. When I was watching that, I was like, chills, like, yo, that was dope, you know? So, you know, I can see, because to me, like I said, we talk about it on the pod all the time. I think there's some things that are okay and pretty good about Phase 4, but nothing is recap. I mean, you got to Endgame, and everything that led up to Endgame was almost damn near perfect, almost. And where do you go from there? It's kind of, you know, and they're trying, well, let's throw the Eternals in. They kind of whack. Okay, let's try do some new, there so much I think could be better. Let's just put it that way. But to me, this was hot.
So,
What's that?
Night was dope. We gotta give them that for this season, this phase. Werewolf by Night, the Disney Plus special they had. I
haven't watched it yet, but I keep hearing it's really good. I'm gonna watch it.
That's the crown. Yeah, that's the crown jewel of this.
Good, man. See, that's what I'm saying. They gotta have it in them.
I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and people are blowing my phone up right now because they lost. So forgive me.
That's why you disappeared for a sec.
They're blowing me up now. Yes.
Here's my other thing. Like Cook, you said that you talk about that scene. That scene was good. Like Angela Bassett acted her ass off.
She was carrying the movie. She had to die. She was too tired.
But I still didn't find that wow moment, man. Like in most of the Marvel movies, it was always that moment. Like, man, that shit was so damn dope. You see them CGI effects. So if we talking about CGI, that CGI was terrible to me.
Especially when she was Black Panther, it was kind of weird.
Yes,
weird ass parts. Like she's like,
if you could compare the Black Panther CGI to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 graphic CGI was top notch compared to 2022 Black Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like they ain't put enough money into the CGI to me.
But the other thing we do have to give grace on is they did this through pandemic struggle, and we're still trying to make dates, deadlines, and timelines
and rewrites. Imagine the rewrites when Chadwick pops
so they
up
really did try to, like, without giving us Black Panther in 2025, they tried to still track a decent timeline to give what everybody was asking for. So when that happens, you automatically gonna have to succeed and let some things not be like top tier.
And that goes to my point. Marvel is creative enough to where they could have delayed this movie and made sure it had the parts that it needed. Because I'm still gonna stand on my mountain with this. They killed T'Challa, man. And I'm not talking about Chad. You know what I'm saying? We grieve for Chad, right? We grieve for Chad. Chad, you know, even his family says it. He paved the way for more black actors when he was done with T'Challa. He paved the way for more black actors to take that mantle, and they killed our leader of Marvel. And I was telling Rashid this. I was like, for me being a comic book head, and all comic book heads know, T'Challa was the king of Marvel. He was the most respected leader other than Captain America in Marvel. And they killed him and took that away from us. And now we don't have no more black leaders, except for maybe Falcon. We don't know. So now we wishing and thinking.
He's not ready. Falcon ain't hot. Falcon ain't hot, bro.
We wishing and thinking and hoping that they do justice with Falcon. You know what I'm saying? Wishing.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
We knew what T'Challa was. T'Challa, if they doing secret world wars and all that stuff, T'Challa is 80 to 90% of that story. What they gonna do?
Yeah, I understand that. Let me just jump in real quick. So that's where I felt like when I left this movie, I felt like this movie was really good to me, but I did feel like this was a bridge. It felt like they had to figure something out. There's no way that Shuri is going to continue to be Black Panther forever. So they give you the mid-credit scene. That kid's already 6 years old. By the time the next Black Panther movie rolls around, they're going to be able to fast track to a teenage or maybe young 20s. And he's going to be, his name is T'Challa.
That's his name.
And
Yes.
they're gonna
Like
they
they answered it the best way they could
Exactly.
without disrespecting.
Because
They
because
gave you
you
the grief.
yeah, it's a bridge because you feel the way you feel, and that's 100% valid. But if they didn't respect it in some way and just cast another dude and just try to truck on with the story, I mean, a lot of people would be upset.
You would
about
have
it.
a problem with that.
And it wouldn't be fair to whomever took on that mantle. They would
Exactly.
be hated.
It's so
putting them
hard. It
through
was so
that.
hard.
Trying to be that.
Right.
You can't.
Like everyone
Imagine-
would compare his performance to Chad's performance. It wouldn't have gone well for
100.
anyone.
Yep.
Everyone
Imagine-
would be angry.
100%.
Like, they thought they were petty about Michael B. Jordan's performance. This person would never live that down.
Even if they did a
especially ruin their
spectacular
career.
performance, they would still
Right.
get dissed. Imagine if Robert
Right.
Downey Jr. dropped dead after Iron Man 2 and they
Oh.
just replaced him.
Forget it.
No way. And that's how I feel about Chadwick. Same thing. He embodied that shit so well. I mean, he was phenomenal. Just the second he showed up back in Winter Soldier, you were like, oh shit. I mean, it was amazing. And it's the same thing to me. So to me, that bridge, now the kid, his name is T'Challa, and that is the best way to solve that, getting a new actor to play Black Panther, because now they'll hire somebody who's awesome. And in our minds, we're like, okay, they told the story. He passed away. His sister held it for a while just to hold it down until the son is old enough to take the mantle, and then he's going to run with it. And then they split it, right? He's not going to be Black Panther and king anymore because old dude came and said, I want to be king now. What's his name?
Yes,
I can't
he
remember.
did.
That dude. I can't remember his name.
M'Baku.
Yeah. Umbatu,
M'Baku.
yeah. And so now it could be a young Black Panther who's just focused only on being Black Panther. Like maybe he's too young to be king, but we got a dope ass king. That dude's going to make a dope king. You know what I mean? And then now he could be Black Panther. I mean, I'm not mad at what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I think it's very fair what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, in my mind, that's how I saw it, like a bridge.
Right. No, and that's what y'all saying is valid. That's a valid point. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's still all speculation and hoping and wishing. Like, who knows? Are we going to get another Black Panther? You know what I'm saying? Like, when is this going to happen?
We are.
Now we
will.
We will. But in the meantime,
and also,
our representation is just sidekicks.
I
We're
want to disagree
sidekicks.
with you saying there's no strong leads though, because there really are, and they're lining up and showing us who they're going to be. They're not going to be Black Panther immediately, but there's so many other stories, and you want the stories to be done correctly. And so they did the best thing they could do to buy themselves time to be able to, like Cookbook said, find who's going to be that next person to take it and run, and to make sure it's not a flop, to make sure it's done correctly and considering everybody that's going to be involved in it. And I think they did the best that they could. And also you see where it's going to go. And I trust Marvel.
Who in our representation is going to be the next lead right now?
Can I say something? No, I just want to say I'm with you, Tobias. I felt the same way. I haven't seen it yet, but I felt the same way. Like, it might not be logical, but I just wanted to see a Black man in the suit fucking some shit up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, who is our next leader? Who is our next leader in Marvel right now?
I mean, that is a valid point.
Samuel
I do
L.
understand
Jackson.
Man,
Yeah.
Nick Fury, bro. Nick Fury.
In a sense, that's right. Nick Fury is a leader, but he's still,
But you're talking about a leading man that holds the movie down. That's like, it's all, I understand what you're saying. Go ahead, jump in.
Go ahead, X. Go ahead, X.
So, you're saying who's going to lead and all this stuff, but they gave it to you. She became the Black Panther. Why is it bad for a woman to be the lead?
No. I've never said that.
Okay.
It's dope. It's dope that Shuri's going to be the leader. But if they're following the comic book story, she's not going to have the mantle.
I remember.
But they've always also said they take inspiration from, but the MCU is not the comic books, and that's been made very clear too.
They're still alluding. They're kind of alluding that she's not going to keep the mantle for long anyway.
For
you know
sure,
yeah. So
they're going to raise up a leading man in the next Black Panther, the very next one. It's only one movie.
Speculation though, man. But
why would they show you the scene at the end when the
what would
dude's
make
name
it
is
not
T'Challa?
speculation in your eyes though? Like what would have had to happen for you to believe that it's not speculation, it's a guarantee?
I mean,
Time machine.
I think we're all looking at it like, yo, the writing is on the wall.
It is. Marvel already laid their plan of the movies they're releasing. We all know what the next movies are coming out.
I don't.
And it has no. Right now, it doesn't have a black lead like T'Challa.
Right, but who
I
would
mean, we
have
about to get bedazzled by King. Like, there's going to be more faces. It's just not going to be specifically.
Right.
We got Wonder Man.
Tobias.
Right. What I'm saying is, Captain America was the leader of the Avengers since when?
I mean,
Since the first Avengers.
It's the first Avengers, right? Right. And then so Captain America and Tony Stark have been going back and forth for who's leading the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? T'Challa came in and changed all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like T'Challa was gonna be that dude. You know what I'm saying? That was gonna lead all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But now they gave it to Falcon, right? But we don't know how. I'm hoping.
Can I ask a question?
I'm hoping that he gets the representation of a better Captain America and leading the new Avengers up to the Secret Wars and Secret Invasions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I'm getting to is I just want us to be more of a leader in the cinematic universe and not just sidekicks. Because we got Miles Morales coming, but we all know he gets overshadowed by who? If you see Miles Morales, you're gonna want to see who? Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So if you know what I'm saying, like that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's also speculation that they were gonna honcho it and just have Chadwick run with it either way. Like,
I was about to say the same thing.
There's no way to say that that's what they would have given you anyway.
Yeah,
that would have been 100% where it went because they introduced.
But that's your speculation. That's your fan theory. That's your fan hope.
But
you're right. Look at go down the list. If Chadwick was still alive and he did Black Panther 2, we already know the list of everything that's coming out. And I bet most of those movies don't have nothing to do with Black Panther anyway. So it would have been a whole lot of other storytelling going on. And just like before in phase 1 through 4, they're all, or 1 through 3, they're all building towards whatever they're building towards, whether it's Secret Wars. You can't know that just because Chadwick was still alive or just because they recast Black Panther, he probably not even involved. We can look at the list. We're not going to see much of where Black Panther fits into those movies or those TV shows. It's not, I understand what you're saying. You want, but you're almost saying you just want that symbol to be there. The way I saw it is, I mean, it's terrible that Chadwick died, but this movie, I think it just spread across about 6 strong leads because you had some strong, powerful, amazing actors that were bodying their parts. I didn't see no weaknesses in the acting at all. I mean, Angela Bassett alone was mind-blowing. And I mean, bam, 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 all of them. The emotion, every bit of it was like damn near flawless to me. You know what I'm saying? So you could look at it that way too. And that's representation out the ass.
You're right. You're right. The movie represented, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just thinking like future terms, you know what I'm saying? And who's going to be our black lead representation? You know what I'm saying? I 100% get what y'all saying. I 100%.
And we got a bunch in the movie. I mean, Okoye getting dethroned and is clearly going to go off on this new tangent and be leading something else. And you got Shuri, who's still going to do whatever it is that she's going to do. And then you have
Ironheart.
So I mean, they're giving. There's layers to
Ironheart, man.
We can talk about
leadership
her,
like the one for Marvel as far as the one black hero out of that. I'm not saying. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Captain. We all know who Captain America is. Captain America was the leader of the Avengers, leader of Marvel. Captain America is one of the most respected Marvel characters ever. You know what I'm saying? Like every Marvel character respects Captain America. Every Marvel character respects T'Challa.
I think Captain America is whack, but that's just a side note.
But I'm just saying
he's whack.
Right, but I'm just saying like if you look at the history of Captain America,
no, I know.
America trained Shang-Chi, he trained Wolverine, he trained a bunch of like Marvel characters that respects him as a leader.
That's
and
dope.
T'Challa was whack. The same way. You know what I'm saying? Like and I get what you all saying. Like you got Okoye, you got them, but how many times are we going to see them in the and I'm speculating again. We may see them in Secret Wars, Secret Invasions, but they're not going to be that leader person. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to.
They haven't even announced Secret Wars yet, have they? And if they have, it's like, okay, it's going to be at least 6 movies before you get to Secret Wars. You don't think they're going to have a young T'Challa be old enough to be already the Black Panther up in that movie? You don't think they'll do it?
It's the next big one. It's the one.
Yeah, but it's not for a while.
End of phase 6.
At the end of phase 6, we still in phase 4, bro. You know how many movies and TV shows that is before we get to Secret Wars? Yeah. That's plenty of time. Every one of these movies, you know, nowadays it seems like they're close, but when did Black Panther 1 come out? How many years ago was that? That's what I'm saying. We don't realize because they're hitting us with so many movies and TV shows, and all the characters interwove into each other's movies, how long it is actually between each of these movies. It's at least 4 years, at least. And that was phase 1 through 3. Now they have so many damn movies and characters they want to introduce. It will be at least 6 years before. And even if this movie had come out sooner, the timeline in the movie was 6 years since the last movie. So imagine 6 more years or 12. They can say whatever they want. You know, it could be, all right, it's been freaking 12 years now, and so the kid's 18 and now he's already
because
Black
they're
Manta.
doing all this stuff playing with time. Like they pretty much opened it so they can do anything they want. Like we have Quantum Media coming, they can use any excuse.
Not
now.
to mention the multiverse.
Loki done blew shit up, Wanda done blew shit up. Like they literally, now that we got Kang, anything is possible. They can literally spin it to anything that they want to spin it to.
Look at it like this, Cook. Like Cook, I know you. I know you a comic book head, Cook. T'Challa has so many dope ass stories, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the one main one was him marrying Storm. That's dope. They bringing in the X-Men. Him and Storm.
They got time, bro. You got when's the X-Men actually coming in? You see what I'm saying?
They coming real soon.
They are. But their own movies and the whole time. You gotta get to know Storm, get attached to her to even try to marry her to Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? You got time for all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I understand what you're saying.
Not angering people and making it seem like you just brought her in just for her to marry.
You don't want it.
Another problem.
Yeah, because then you're just putting a female character in to just prop up the male story, and people don't want that either.
See, that's why I think if he was still alive, they wouldn't have made.
I agree. I understand, but they making lemonade right now. Marvel is making lemonade, and that's all they can do.
If the only other choice was not to make the movie.
Right.
Exactly. And if they would have just straight up rehired somebody else to play him, that lemonade would have been missing the sugar and it would have been sour. That's what I think. I mean, we would have watched it. We probably would have liked it, but that dark cloud is too dark. That dark cloud of losing
Chadwick. You can destroy a man's life with a casting like that. If he's not successful, he's never getting another job again.
Yeah, or and like I said, he could be the most spectacular. He could do like the most spectacular job, but there's just a cloud over that movie.
But it's true.
Well, luckily I don't have to now.
And we see it in Hollywood before, though. Like a lot of people, like if something is big enough, and we're talking about Marvel here, that's almost as big as it gets. Having a flop role like that can kill a career. Smaller things kill a career.
I mean, you can compare it to Joker.
I agree. It's all speculation.
You compare it to Joker because what's his name bodied the Joker. A lot of people didn't want nobody to play Joker ever again, but they came
Heath
out
Ledger.
with Joker.
Talking about Heath Ledger.
Yeah. But they came out with the Suicide Squad Joker. And then they came out with
that one wasn't
Joaquin Phoenix.
Wait. Before we get into that DC
other Batman
comic stuff, before we get into that, because I do not like DC comics. Before we get into that, let me stay on point. Let me stay on point real quick because I haven't heard anybody mention what I'm about to say, and maybe it is just me.
Let's go.
But for 3 hours, 2.5 hours, I watched Black versus Brown, and that really bothered me.
That's what I walked out saying.
I had to tear myself away from that and realize what I was just watching the movie because it really was it the whole time. This Black versus Brown thing, and
Thank you.
Was I the only one?
No, I literally looked at him while we were walking out into the parking garage, and he was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I'm upset." I was like, "This was life. This was art reflecting life." I was like, "This felt like pitting against each other. I was like, why did it come across as Black versus Brown? Why did Comey come out the gate talking about it's y'all rolling with us, or are we going to destroy you and then go deal with the colonizers? Why have we completely left the colonizers out of this conversation?
Right.
Why is it these two right here? And then I took it to, I was like, and what are children walking out of this movie gonna think? Like the Black kids on the playground, like talking about I'm Wakanda forever, and then the brown children over here talking about, nah, Namor is my man. And I was like, no, this is messy. I don't like this. I need answers.
They also remember that Namor and all that roots very deeply into Mexican culture because of they're bringing in the Mayan stories, like his name,
the Quetzal,
how you say it?
Kukulkan. That's a real ass god.
So that's real. Like they're finally getting this representation in a movie, and then they're put as the bad guy. Like I don't know, man. That's kind of messed up.
It's a hard call too, because Namor in the comics really is a bad guye. They really do battle with Wakanda in the comics, and Namor's history in the comics isn't
tied to
Latin, any form of Latin or
Mesoamerican. No, matter of fact, he was created.
He comes good too. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's why you need T'Challa.
Yeah, but they did totally switch up Namor, because Namor is literally Roman backwards, because it's supposed to be off of Roman and like Atlantis and all that. Yeah. That's where they got the name. They just flipped Roman backwards. So he's definitely an ancient, like Roman, Atlantis, all of that story. That's where he comes from. So they just flipped it on its head and made the dude, you know, he was basically a Mexican, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and in one hand, I wasn't too mad at that. I was like, okay, you know, because I mean, he definitely bodied his role. I mean, that character was really dope, and he was strong, and I mean, it was dope. You know, maybe except for them freaking feet wings, but other than that, you know what I mean?
I just hope they use him more. I hope he's in more movies. You know what I'm saying?
But he had a reasonable gripe with everybody that he was upset with, including the Wakandans. I mean, he was a little shady for sure. Yeah. But I agree, Black and brown, that doesn't always feel good. But like, if we don't get caught up in that and we just allow ourselves to tell stories, somebody's got to fight somebody. And somebody's got to, you know, and they come to whatever terms they come to. It seems like Namor's a little shady. He's just kind of waiting, like, all right, we got him where we want him, and this, and that, and the other. But somebody got to fight somebody. You know what I mean?
And didn't he initially try to like, I mean, he hit him with the get down and lay down, but his ultimate thing was like, us together go handle the colonizers.
He was preaching unity, and it just went a little weird. And, right. You know, but he was kind of strong-arming him too.
Wakanda have the scientist. Let Wakanda have the scientists. The movie's over, basically. Right. So they couldn't do that.
True indeed, yeah.
They couldn't do that. But the fact that they made the scientist a young Black girl, who that was my major part I didn't like of the movie. But not that she was Black, but how her acting. But anyway.
See, that didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. And I know what you're talking about, but it really didn't bother me in that movie, because it was believable. You know what I'm saying? You had this MIT.
Why she gotta be hood though? Why she gotta be hood? She's at MIT. Not to say there ain't hood people, white or black.
I know two cats I went to school with that went to MIT. Both of them jokers was her.
Wow.
No exact. Both of them jokers was her. But at the end of the day, she she could have been a little less hood. But she wasn't over the top with Black and mild. You know what I'm saying? Like
no.
She it didn't come across as authentic to me. That was my gripe. It didn't feel.
I agree.
It didn't feel authentic.
It was like a caricature. It was like a caricaturization.
Authentic portrayal of hood and at MIT. It felt like I'm trying on hood and I'm at MIT.
Yes.
It didn't give me, I'm definitely from the streets of Chicago and like this is how I run. It didn't hit that for me. So it
felt like I was the smartest person in my neighborhood and I had to get through it the best way I could. And now I'm the smartest person at MIT who looks different than everybody else here, trying to get through it the best way that I can. Like nothing about that seemed.
She kind of acts like that in the comics though. So,
it didn't come across to me as unbelievable.
Right.
Yo, you guys are missing the worst part of it all with her. The worst part of it is when Okoye and Shiri came to pick her up dressed like MC Hammer and Special Ed. That was the worst part. I mean, what was they wearing, yo? Every time Shiri ain't in every time she ain't in like a super suit or something, she looked like she's on In Living Color, man. That's the biggest crime of the movie, yo. Why did she?
But she was right. She blended in on a campus. That's what fashion looks like these days.
Hey, wait. Man. You know that.
But
was
you
done
talking
by
about
Adidas,
MC
right?
Hammer, huh?
You know Adidas did that costuming.
That's
like
tight,
that's
man.
what people look like these days. So they actually nailed it with Shuri looking like when she said, "I can blend in, Okoye, you can't." She blends in.
Yeah,
There's
because nobody's wearing MC
around
Hammer
like
but
her.
Okoye, yo. Okoye had that hammer jacket on. I didn't see her pants, but I'm pretty sure they were hammer pants.
I'm hoping that they change up Ironheart's suit.
You didn't like her suit, right?
That suit was terrible. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed by that either.
And again, not having like Alex sent me some joints from the comic. I'm like, okay, I kind of get your point, but not having that frame of reference, the suit didn't bother me.
The suit looked like
none of her scenes
looked like Wally from the Disney movie flying around in red and blue.
Oh god,
I think that's a little extra,
with the
bro.
big
Come on,
oblong looking discs on her arm and all that. Yeah, it looked kind of corny, I think.
And it looked feminine. Ironheart suit looks fit.
Exactly.
When Pepper Potts
got her
Iron Man
she got the
suit,
rescue armor.
She's like a woman. She looked feminine.
So
I know, man.
I will throw this out there though. Like this whole movie was about grief and distress. They built that suit in 0.5 seconds because they was like, "Yo, we got some ass to beat. We got to throw something together." So everybody in the lab was just kind of like, "All right, we're throwing something together from scratch. She need a suit.
It's a Mark I.
We're just right." This was like the first go around, and then the whole point was about like strong leads too. So it was less about her looking feminine and more about
I was okay with her.
She needs something that she could kick ass and do all the things, and it served its purpose.
Yeah, I was okay with her not being objectified like the skin.
Yeah,
suit, yo, that didn't bother me.
Oh, you don't want that curvy suit, man. Hey, yo, that suit looks
fine,
fine, girl. You look fine in that iron suit, girl. Damn. You don't want that.
I'm saying it didn't bother me that it wasn't that.
Yeah.
Man, that iron suit looked thick, girl.
To me, it made sense. It's like this is what they chopped up in the lab real quick for her to throw on, and it was functional.
It was very Iron Man-ish to me.
If anything, like, but Alex, I thought about your what did you say? The most forgiving race. When you know the Neymar dude or whatever his name is, like, you know, when she's about to take him out and then kind of let him go, and I'm like, you know, I get why that happened, but like I would have much preferred her to slice that mofo up in 100 different pieces, yo.
And that was my feeling too. I was like, this is again life reflecting art. Like, why are we the most benevolent? Why are we the most caring? And she said the word, show them who you are. It's like, we've been this for too long. We need to switch something up. And like, that's the reason why you don't kill him, to show him who you are. Side note, I never thought we were going to see Killmonger in the MCU again. I love how they slid that in there though. I have to give them a A1 for how they brought him in and bodied that little scene.
Damn, girl, I'm glad. Hey, yo, I'm glad. Listen, girl, I'm glad that Puerto Ricans got black blood, because I'm hearing that you would kill me if you had a chance.
So
I'm glad I'm in it. I'm glad I'm good.
In regard to the whole not killing Namor thing, it kind of gave me, after a second watch, it gave me like a symbolism of indigenous people working with Africans, kind of like Haitian Revolution type vibe. When because you know, Haiti doesn't get. And I was reading somewhere, it said there was like 1804 somewhere in the movie, and I missed that. I don't know if anybody else saw this, but it kind of got me thinking about how like the history of Haiti's never talked about, and they're trying to connect like Mayan, African, Haiti, like through Taino people, and then her not killing Namor was like showing the indigenous Mayans working with Africans going forward. That's kind of a vibe that I got when she didn't kill Namor.
Well, the end kind of messed that up though.
Yeah, that's what I said. The end messed that up.
They were looking at that painting. his
But
girl
yeah, and him
was like,
talking about they gonna need, when she came up on him and was like, yo, I thought we was about it. Why didn't you kill her?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And she was like, nah, they're gonna need us later. Like that just kind of felt like, you know, they're
Nefarious.
exactly where I want them.
Right.
Well, does this matter, back to E's point, right? The black on brown, right? Does it matter that Ryan Coogler says, or I think it was Ryan Coogler said it was his idea to make Namor Mesoamerican because that was reflected a lot in his family and in his his surroundings where he grew up. He wanted to make sure that there was real representation for that culture in that movie. Does it matter that it came from him versus Kevin Feige, for example? That was one of the conversations we had.
It might matter to Alex. It doesn't matter to me.
Wait,
or it might matter to Cook, because is that you said that that's a spin on the comics, right?
Yeah, it's totally 100% different. He was white, basically.
Yeah, he was pretty much white. His dad was white and his mother was an Atlantean.
Right,
so.
exactly. So
that's unless you were so like hardcore,
like
I don't have a problem with it. Just like I said, it's a movie and it's supposed to evoke some type of emotion from you. It's supposed to. And that's what got me. Besides the almost crying 2 minutes into the damn movie.
Almost.
But
shit.
But I don't have a problem with it per se, but I will say that was the major, out of all the entirety of the movie, that was the major point to me that I had to keep putting myself back on track about.
The black versus brown?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even.
But that's not a bad thing though. It's just
I missed that whole dynamic. I feel you.
Wow.
But it was screaming at me the whole time. I just like you, I had to keep bringing myself back. Like it's the movie.
But like it could also play into, because Namor is a mutant, right? So they have to so what E. Green was talking about, I see where he's coming from with it too, because that could play a good part, because mutants are discriminated. You know what I'm saying? Like mutants have a long history of discrimination. You know what I'm saying? You was getting treated like black folks. You know what I'm saying? So
the reason why they wrote those stories was to be able to tell a story to white America, not just racism. They used the mutants as a clear symbol of racism in the country, because you can see it outside of the idea of race and say that's terrible what they're doing to those people.
Yeah,
and then it could change your perspective. I think that's
so on that the black versus brown idea or concept, right? But why was there black versus brown? Because of the colonizer, right? Like that divisiveness is what caused it. Was like so Namor is kind of, to me, he is like, on one end he's like, I'm trying to save my people, right? And on the other hand, he's like, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes to save my people. So if y'all not with me, y'all gotta go down too.
Yeah, but the difference is he wanted to go murder everybody, and they did it. That's what makes it different.
But the reason was because the colonizers were trying to get to the vibranium. So they were, that in itself was the reason that Namor started to act the way that he did.
But Namor's people, you could look at it this way too. They wanted to remain hidden, so they could clearly stop whatever those dudes. When they send the drills down there, they destroyed them. When they send the people down there, they were able to defend. So, but to have a preemptive strike and say, I'm going to kill everyone, that's where the line changes. And to force Wakanda's hand to do it too. Where Wakanda's like, look, I see the problems and I want to work on those problems, but we're not murderers. We're not going to just go out and just turn into savages that just start murdering the earth because of, all these grievances we have, where that was the difference with Namor. And that's what makes him a villain versus what Wakandans are the heroes. You see what I'm saying? And it's not that he couldn't change or that he, couldn't get other ideas, but in that moment, that was the defining factor. And you know how they say, like, a villain doesn't think he's a villain in his own mind. He's looking at what he's doing. Nah, we're going to kill them before they kill us because my people, whatever. I got people and that half of that is honorable. Protecting your people, that's honorable. But to preemptively murder, that I don't think that's heroic. And
like he did the taking on the colonizer thing. And also he took his name from the colonizer. He took his name from the colonizer cursing him and said, oh, bet that's my name.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then now he is
Seen that
now
more.
reverse engineering the same thing that the colonizers came and did. I'm gonna come into your land. I'm gonna threaten you. If you don't yield, I'm gonna walk over you, do what I need to do, and keep going. Because there was no reason for him to be like, okay, if you're not with me, we'll kill you first, then go kill, the colonizers. It's like, okay, why expend that extra energy to kill us first instead of just going and taking up your beef with the colonizers? Like, why you got to run through us first to get there, and why try to force us into this if you're just gonna kill us anyway if we don't ride with you? Like, that part was like.
Right. And it makes you seem like it never really, I mean, it was about that scientist, but obviously it never really was, because it was about just getting it popping overall.
Yeah.
Like, of course, that scientist was creating machines that threatened their way of life, but they were dealing with it. You send a machine down there, they fucked it up, basically. That one drill was all messed up. Like, and they killed in those two, divers that went down there, they were done. So obviously they can handle theirs in the water. So they could protect their place. No human being ever had to see that underwater kingdom,
right?
Unless he wanted them to, right? So they were able to
for the vibranium though. So he was like, okay, if they know there's vibranium down here, they're gonna start coming for it because they know they can't get it from Wakanda because they already know Wakanda's protected.
Right.
I think he was trying to be preemptively protect against that.
That's a good point. That is a good point. But they'll just keep coming in greater numbers. They'll keep coming.
Just look at and historically when certain areas of our world have been attacked and there was no preemptive strike, they essentially were overtaken and colonized. Would that be correct?
And you know what? It's always for resources too. Almost always for the land's resources.
But you know what though? You know what? The people who got colonized didn't have the chorus to hit them with them notes to make them jump off the ships and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty cool. They could have just defended with that alone, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean,
they didn't have to kill everybody. They didn't have to kill, they didn't have to go out there Putinizing people. You could just get the people that's trying to come in there, hit them with them choruses, and they just jump in the water and die, whatever. But
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And they also could have hit them with what King Ramunda did and be like, all right, this is what y'all did. Here's what we're going to do. We've now laid the groundwork. You understand who we are and how things will proceed.
Right.
If
true indeed.
That's how you want to roll. Like, there were so many other ways. He just, he's the villain. He got the villain energy. He was just like, it's this or nothing. And I got this hate in my heart. There's no love. So that's how we roll.
And you know what? It's a good point too, because that's what Queen Mother did in the beginning. He said, y'all attacked us. Fuck around and find out again. Do that again. Do it again. And he made them. And when they walked in, he said, bow down. And they all went to their knees because they already knew that those women were with the shits and they were going to die if they said. So she put them on check. So she did it's like the juxtaposition. She did what you just said that Namor could have easily done. You know what I mean? But took a different route.
But they also were going to, so we can, it's an assumption, but they were going to keep coming for the vibranium. Like just because Queen Mother did that, they were not going to stop. Namor is like, oh, I'm just going to wipe all y'all motherfuckers out. Y'all not coming. Y'all not going to get this. Right. So, I don't know. I
just think it's like a move for him to go against Wakanda too, if you think about it. For him to go against Wakanda meant he knew Wakanda was the only thing that could stop him on Earth if he was going to attack the rest of the planet. So why not go to them and try and get them to be allies first instead of attacking the rest of the world and then knowing Wakanda is going to come to fight with the rest of the world at some point if they're trying to wipe out the surface world altogether.
But Wakanda has won many a war.
But they were a scene away from losing one though.
But I was gonna say, was they really gonna win that? Was they really gonna win that battle though? Was they really gonna win that?
They were about to drop off the ship.
When Black Panther and Namor showed up, what was happening?
Wakanda was getting whooped on.
I'm saying in real life. I'm not talking about. I'm saying in real life, we all know Wakanda has won many a war throughout history. That's all I'm saying.
Got you. But have they won wars with people who also had the technology of vibranium and being able to fucking be underwater and on top of the water, all that shit. Show up in Wakanda.
I'm saying the Tuskegee Airmen bailed us out. I'm saying in real life, the Wakandans have won the wars. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Respect. Where's Bond?
No doubt. No doubt. We that is real life, but we talking Marvel.
Oh yeah, I'm back. I'm just saying. So, but
Okay.
the point, so if they decided to fight with the colonizers, that makes the job of Neymar and his people that much more to what Shaw was saying.
They, in my opinion, the Neymar and his folks could have just did what they had to do. They didn't even need Wakanda, to be honest with you, because they was beating Wakanda's ass. They was showing up. They had all this, same technology, except, like I said, they just showed up in Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? So they could have just showed up in Lake
Let me ask
Ontario
this
or whatever the
question:
fuck.
Did at that point when Wakanda was losing, was that maybe a dig at America and all the wars that we supposedly won?
No, because it didn't have nothing to do with the colonizers. It was black people. Didn't have nothing to do with white folks. It didn't have nothing to do with America.
Like Vietnam? Like Vietnam?
Bruh, in this movie, America was sitting back chilling.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that.
He's saying, is it a symbol of something?
What I'm saying
I don't,
is
I get where you're going, but I don't see the
that's cool. That's
connection.
cool.
And I maybe another word or two, I'll get it, but I don't see that connection.
Like
because
what really stood out to me, and a lot of, and again, I was watching it from the perspective of a person watching a movie, not a Marvel fan, but all the dual, like even young T'Challa having to act like he was some average person and then gain the trust of is it Shuri or Suri, and then be like, yo, can you keep a secret? Yo, do you know who I am? But I can't let them know that. And to have your father not want you to come back because of all the pressure that goes along with being who, like all of that shit is real and easy to digest to me.
Tell me, give me an example of how that relates.
To what?
Like everything you just said, I paid very close attention to, but I want to know how that relates to what you, like you said, America or.
Oh, I was past that. I left that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I left that.
You're saying it's
I was
symbolic of some of the things we go through nowadays.
My point, just to go back to my point on that was what Wakanda was supposed to be the, as I understood it, like they just can't be beat, right? When we left the first Black Panther, it was them, right? And then we learned that there is maybe something, and my point is, if we listen to how the history of war is told, it is always us.
Yeah, I know what you're saying now.
As America, that is.
It seems like we're unbeatable, and then Vietnam, we got our asses kicked. That's what you're trying to say.
We got beat more than Vietnam, but yes, okay.
My point is, we really ain't as great as we purport.
Oh yeah. We
don't
right
say that, man. We live in America, man. Don't be saying that.
I'm a veteran.
Trying to stay safe,
a veteran.
I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to live. Come on, man.
There's always a bigger bully, bro.
Come on, man.
I've got stories from my father talking about being in Vietnam. So like, I'm speaking, and I'm not. Don't get it twisted.
Nah, I'm just.
When I was in, I'm like, yo, we gotta get the shits popping. I work on B-52s, bro. We'll come knock your whole shit out.
Yeah, do you do what you gotta do, man?
So I'm not, but I'm saying, like, there is always, like, you're only as good as you're crazy. If we're playing by the rules and they're not.
Well, that was a point in Black Panther for sure, because it was like Wakandans are trying to play by the rules and them dudes are not, and it kept forcing their hand. They didn't want to go a certain route, and that is very true in life. That could be very true just on the streets when you're just trying to walk home. Y'all gotta act dumb now, and I mean I don't want to fight you, but then it just next thing you know, you in a fight, and all you was doing was trying to buy some chips. You know what I mean?
Again,
so it's very relatable.
To me, that was kind of a small dig, or maybe a small reality check for, the all powerful is not necessarily the all powerful always.
Nobody is always unbeatable, is what you're saying.
Clearly, the movie showed that.
Yeah.
I see it now.
What's that?
Oh, good. So we didn't ruin it for you.
Nah, because I'm definitely like hearing it. I'm definitely going in with the mindset of I'm going to look at it as a movie first. I'm going to look at it as am I entertained? Am I enjoying this? You know, I'm gonna look at it like that and see how I absorb it. But I listen. I don't think y'all gonna spoil it for me.
But it's going to pull at whatever your thing is, though. Like, you know, you're not
for sure.
You're not going to get out of there without it exposing some part of how you feel about something.
That's a good
will
point.
pull whatever that is out of you. Like me and Alex were talking, and he would like Alex. As you get to Alex was hot. You know, Alex was like, yo, they killed all the black people. Like, you know, I'm like, well, really they didn't. But he's like, you know, Black Panther, and then why they have to kill the mom, right? And
because this movie's about Shuri's journey. That's why.
And that, to me, I'm like, yo, that had, because she had to.
Why they killed the Lion King's dad, yo?
Where she had to decide who she was. Right.
Yeah,
and even though they killed her,
emotionally, that's when I shut down in the movie. I felt like that was when trauma response came in, and I was in shock when they killed the mother. So they didn't get any more emotional responses for the rest of the movie. I was kind of
I was crying.
I remember I went off on little tangents in my own mind and wasn't even watching the movie after that. It was
I remember you saying, like, y'all did the video after y'all watched the movie. Y'all did the quick video, and I remember you saying, like, you know, and I would, because both of you had said kind of something about the emotional tug. And I was watching, I'm like, I don't know where it was for either of you. Like that didn't bother me, especially after we got to kind of the defining point again, where she could have, you know, took Neymar out. And again, like we often do, like, you know what, let me help you up, but don't play with me no more. Like, nah, and we are way too forgiving, yo, way too forgiving.
In real life.
In real life, yeah.
And that was what the emotional tug was for me. It was the black versus brown thing, and then it was all of the death. It's like that has been a frequent visitor to me in life the past 6 years. So I was like, that was why I said what I said about the emotional pull. Was like, it was like, yeah, it dug into me for that part too.
And the way
they did their job, as E Green said, you go because you want to feel something. You don't want to just go sit in a boring movie. So
you're right about that though, because if you remember Chadwick Boseman's actual death, nobody knew that he was sick. Remember, he got real skinny and fools was making fun of him online and shit, like, because they didn't know this fool was dying. Right. So it was like a quiet, personal thing until it could no longer be hidden. And then he died almost immediately after we all found out he was sick. And that's, they pretty much wrote that into the movie. Like, I mean, that was a little much. And I'll say that, especially, like I said, I knew his wife and stuff. So it's like, you're literally just told Chadwick's death. Like, it was silent. And even that news reporter was like, oh my gosh, you know, suddenly he died of an unknown disease that we didn't know about. And we still don't know why. It wasn't said to the public. And it really rang a little too true on the Chadwick side for me in that respect. So yeah, but it didn't bother me as much like some of you guys it bothered. I mean, I'm a cry ass fool anyway, so I didn't mind. I cried like 4 times in this movie, and yeah.
Raise your hand if you cried. I did.
I didn't.
I wanted to.
I missed that scene. So
on the Hip Hop Digest text chain, I was really trying not to read that, and I saw when Tobias was like, "Yo," I was crying right off the jump in the beginning of the movie. So I was getting ready because I tell you, I'm a cry ass. I let it loose. And when I sat down and those first scenes were happening, I was like, why is it not hitting me? Like, I thought I'm supposed to cry. Wow. Tobias said I was going to cry until the funeral, man. And when Shuri just falls on and then I was like, oh, there it is, man. I was like, there it is. I started, you know.
I thought that was beautiful, though, honestly. I thought it was a beautiful way to tribute Chadwick. I thought it was a beautiful tribute that they put in the movie on purpose. I wasn't bothered that T'Challa got killed or killed off, because we already know that he's going to be replaced. Now, people that saw way back in the day saw Christopher Reeves as Superman. Were they bothered when they saw the next Superman? What did they? Maybe they didn't write off, Christopher Reeves' character when he got paralyzed and stuff. But there was another Superman, right? So I knew that there was going to be, whether they transitioned as his sister being Black Panther. So I knew there was going to be another Black Panther movie, but just like Cook said, when they threw his little son in there, tears almost came again, because I was like, damn, they chose a young actor that looked like him. Same haircut, same kind of slim face and all of that. And I thought that shit was great. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
and it gives you again hope that yes, he's gonna grow up and become Black Panther. I mean, it's so obvious that it was like a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta give them credit. I think they did that well. I think they closed that one. I mean, as well as they could have done. I don't think there's anything else they could have done to at least try to appease both audiences. They gave you a movie still, and they gave you a recast T'Challa to feed the recast T'Challa movement. Although I know it's not the way they wanted it, it's something still. There's still a chance for T'Challa stories to be told. It's just through a different vehicle.
Absolutely, and it could. Oh, go ahead, man. I was going to say it could now be greater than it would have been if you just replaced the actor. Because you can give it all like you would have now, and everybody knows, so we good. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. So, what was you about to say?
Nah, man, it's all good. I just want to say peace to Malcolm. My question was, nobody mentioned the music, like because in the first, I remember watching the first one in the theater. The music really got me, especially, when they were bouncing. I remember in the theater, like, oh man, this is so good. How did the music stand up, guys?
It didn't slap like that first Black Panther joint. To me,
but it's a different mood though.
It is, yeah.
So
it was beautiful.
Came with a completely different
music.
vibe. The vibe fit for what they were doing, but you're not gonna be in there rocking like you was rocking to
there was hits in that first one. There was some hits.
No, it's not bad. It's just not a step up.
It's not rocking.
It's
emotional.
It's not
rocking. It matched the energy.
Yeah. It's just a different vibe, like she said. But you're kind of switching to what I was gonna say, like before we wrap or whatever, like kind of like maybe some more of like the technical aspects of it. Like I know the music was to me dope. It was still dope to me. It didn't like, but you're right.
Parts that sounded like they were underwater, or that sounded like they incorporated water in there. I thought that was dope the way they
that was
dope. Water, the essence of water into a lot of the music.
Hell yeah, that was so dope. And then like even to me, the visuals are always spectacular. The way they depict Wakanda. I know like you can have some problems with little CGI here or there, but overall, when you you literally feel like you're taken into a completely different world that just does not exist. And the way they combine the technology with like the traditional garb and the traditional ways of life is beautiful to me. They did that even with Namor's people too, but it's so beautiful.
And they did a dope parallel with that. And they showed when they showed Shuri's conflict with like, oh no, we got to figure something out because I've seen their beauty and this looks exactly like my
They
home.
had a
like,
son.
I get it. So
they
I
had
thought
a son
that was
down there. Yeah. And I think to me that was what that all was happening in the beginning of the movie too, when I was going through that moment after Queen Mother checked the UN and all that. When I'm dealing with my own phase 4 issues where I think it's been whack up until this point. So I'm on a high, like, all right, I cried over Chadwick. Queen Mother's so strong. I mean, Angela Bassett's killing it. And then you just go back into Wakanda. It's just like, whoa. And you just see the buildings and the people, the costumes. It looks amazing. Like to me at least, it's just that is a visual, like, it's just spectacular. So I mean,
the uses of color and how clear everything was, but I mean the uses of color and they were amazing. Like the white on brown early on in the movie during the funeral scenes was amazing, especially blowing black skin in there. What's Kia's suit before she jumped in the water, that green and all that, like the fashion was dope. They still killed the fashion. They still killed the audio. It just wasn't. It wasn't like groundbreaking like it was last time around. I think they already broke ground, so now it's just more of that ground they broke.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was written.
Full circle.
That's it, bro. See, Marvel, that was Marvel's Illmatic, bro. And now everything after that, it's like, how you gonna top that, man? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a perfect wrap up right there.
That's a good way to
full
put
circle,
it.
man.
I agree. Full circle, man. Nas and Black Panther, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I think they match too. Besides them too, I mean, GRYSKLL, we got a new single out this month as well. We just dropped something Friday, America in Cursive, and that's song 2 of year 2 of the crew, man. The crew came about because of you, E Green, and the Hip Hop Digest show. So we always give thanks to y'all for bringing most of us together, and we appreciate you coming on, Cook, and doing our first mashup together too,
man. This is great, man. Tell my audience, the mechanics where they can find you, like, where you want them to go.
So they tell you to always start by giving them your website, not your socials, because you can't count on social media like that. So GRYSKLL.com, GRYSKLL.com. If you want to find us on TikTok and Instagram, we're at GRYSKLL the Crew. And if you want to find us on Twitter, we're at GRYSKLL.
Right. But I'm sure you can click all the socials from the website, right?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Of course.
We got music and we got podcasts. Check us out, man, for sure.
That's what's up, man. And we got a lot of music coming out. Me and the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers. The Black Mavs. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of what we're doing now too, we have on the Patreon as well. So we would encourage everybody to join Patreon. We release Patreon only exclusive episodes, and the pre-talk I was telling them about the other podcast I'm starting to work on exclusively for Patreon, just my own little thing that I'm giving. So you definitely want to go to patreon.com/Felipe's Garage. Join. You could join as low as $5 and get all the hotness. You know what I'm saying? Seems like everybody who joined back then, you hit certain benchmarks and you get free gear, man. So everybody's coming out the woodworks now, like, yo, my free hoodie, my free shirt, my free this. So I'm saying, get in there, join in the fun, bro, on Patreon. We get it popping, man. And once again, GRYSKLL, thank you for allowing us to get on your stream, and thank you for allowing us to make your stream our podcast episode for the week, man. All black everything. That's what I'm titling this episode.
Damn.
Hey, man, together, man. That's how we got to do it, man. We got to build together, man. So I appreciate you guys, man, doing this together.
What's up, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
let me just say something, man.
You guys,
go ahead.
For real. Much appreciation.
No doubt, bro. Let me just say this, man. Regardless of name or bro, let's keep it all about black and brown love. What's up, man? Black and brown unity, man. You know what I'm saying? I am black and brown unity in one person. So let's keep it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what's up. Well, we have an ending the way we do our ending. And those of you who have heard the pod might know it. Those of you who haven't are going to think we are weird as hell.
Here goes.
But we're going to do it right now.
Give me a second. All right, I'm good.
So she knows what's up. I'm going to count to 3. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Should I tell them what that is, E?
You better tell them, because they looking like, what the hell just happened?
So a long time ago when I first started this pod, I was talking some kind of shit about, it was when Merce and me were doing the pod, and I was like, yo, man, something about being rich or something. Like I got, I just roll out and I got my car outside and I just hit it like, like, the alarm on the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, yo, that's how we got to end the show. So it just became tradition, man. That's how we do.
That's hilarious, man. That's classic, man.
Yes,
y'all are a hilarious show, man. I gotta give you that, man. Y'all like half hip hop, half comedy, man. And then of course the blurred talk, man. It's a dope show. So definitely anybody watching tonight, man, make sure you check out Felipe's Garage. Check out their pod. Go subscribe on Patreon.
Please do.
Well worth the
And there's plenty of episodes, on all the streaming sites that you can listen to for free. So try before you buy. You know what I'm saying?
Try before you buy. That's right.
What's up, man?
And don't forget, Black Mavs and Jamal Duchamp from GRYSKLL battled on their show. You guys have heard about Felipe's Garage forever. To tell the truth, if you've been watching GRYSKLL,
she being quiet on that.
The champion for I don't know how long. He's Mr. I eat people like you on the way to battle from that show,
bro.
And, he was started out by one of our own.
Yeah, it started out as a friendly game of baseball, and then all of a sudden it turned to some straight up wars, man. It was beautiful though. It was great, man.
It was black on brown at its finest.
It sure was. There was even a colonizer up in there rapping.
Yes, there was.
Starting up some real trouble too.
All right, y'all, man. Thanks for letting me be on. And then I'm sure you're gonna send me the audio, right?
I'll send you all the audios, brother. Absolutely, man. And I'm gonna send you a text to coordinate time of the release for anything of us. I'll talk to you about it on.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah. I'll hit you right now. I'll send you a message.
That's a win.
One love, everybody.
Hey, Zoe, thanks for being on, man. Hey, Zoe, thanks for letting us spoil that movie for you, bro. Peace.
Yeah.
But now he really wants to see it.
I want to hear what you think about it, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna gotta do this again, just a little wrap up. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do something there. All right, fellas.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All right.